Bonk. Okay, we doth be live. Hello, 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 everyone. Apologies. I am slightly late. I mean, granted, in the grand scheme of me being late, not really. It's just like, what, like 10 minutes? Usually I'm like 40 minutes late, haha. But I did the classic me thing. I hit the recording button instead of the streaming button. So I just kind of sat there yapping to myself, and then I was like, something about this doesn't feel right. Like the Twitch chat like isn't like moving, like the YouTube isn't updating me with how like the stream quality is like going, like nothing like that. And then I was like, oh no, that's cause that's cause I'm not streaming. Who would have thought? You need to be streaming for it to actually like start. Crazy how that works. Anyways, yes, we are back for more Why Not Both in this one, which last time we started it was a very, very fun time, IMO. Just really getting like into like the story, like getting into the characters, like getting introduced to like everything about that. Yowza, look at this result. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, no, again, turns out the results are just a wee bit better when you actually click the right buttons. It's crazy how that works. Listen, in my defense, they shouldn't have put the buttons that sound so similar so close together. Dumb people like me are gonna mess it up all the time. And I do. The amount of times I've gone to start recording something and I've had to like, and I've accidentally hit the start streaming button instead, it's honestly not happened as many times as you would think, but it's happened more than once, which is annoying because thankfully I'm able to stop it in time before it sends out any notifications or anything like that. I just have to then go in afterwards and delete the things that I accidentally like start streaming essentially, so it's not that big of a deal. But you know, again, I choose to remain blameless in this. It is entirely on OBS's fault. Because let's be honest, in my defense, OBS is kind of stinky. It smells pretty bad, and it looks a little awkward too. Like, not in terms of its actual physical appearance, it just looks uncomfortable with itself. So I can't be held responsible for it. Hello, how's it going, social mechanic? How's it hanging? How's your night bed? How's everyone's night been? Mine, honestly, it's been a good day. Did some work, went to the gym, burned a bajillion and a half calories. It was so nice. Got into I don't know if this is like a universal thing. Where I played chicken with a little girl in the road, which sounds terrible, but I promise it's not. But yeah, no, how's everyone else's night going? Scale of 1 to 10, how's it been for everyone? And then I came home again, did work after that, and then after that, I love how it like the emotes always show up differently on the screen that I see and then the actual Twitch chat. I do enjoy seeing that. Because for me, the little robot guy you put in just shows up as like 2 circles and a dot. It's very cute. But yeah, no, then I just worked. Then I watched some Starview. I tried combining all of the letters, all of the words in that name right there. Starlight Review, only got 1 more episode of that left to go. That's also been very good. Tracy, you're a fan of that show, right? Just a little bit? You enjoy that show just a wee bit, correct? But yeah, no, I should probably explain the thing with the child in the road. So I was on my way back from the gym, and the road I'm taking, like the road I always take, I'm going down it, and there's just this kid in the middle of the road, and she's like riding around on like one of those like tiny like little like kind of motorized. I was gonna say motorized cars. All cars are motorized. That's what makes the car go. Good job, me. But you know, like one of those like little kid cars, the ones that you can like just kind of click a button on and you go forward, that kind of thing. Very simple stuff. Is that like a thing everywhere? Like I don't know if everywhere has stuff like that. I always wanted one growing up and I never got one. But this one was like very cool. It was like little, sleek and black. And she's just driving down the middle of the street, like dead center of it. So I pull up and I'm like, oh, look at that. Like this is kind of silly, but it's also probably a little dangerous because this is a child in the middle of the road and people are bad drivers. So I'm just kind of like sitting there. I stop and I'm just like waiting for her to pull off. And then she also stops and starts honking her horn at me. I didn't realize her thing would have a horn, but I can hear it through my car, just like a little burp, burp, burp. I'm sitting there and I'm laughing at myself, being like, "Are you for real? This kid's trying to make me move out of the way." And like, this isn't a big road, so there's not like many. Like, here's the thing: I wasn't like driving on like the wrong side of the road or anything like that, or taking up like too much space. It's a tiny itty bitty road. There's barely enough room for like one car to be going on it, that kind of thing. So I'm like, well, you know, I kind of don't have many options over here, but I'm like, I'm sure she'll move. And no, she is resolute. She is like, this is my road and you are driving on it. Get out of my way. So we sit there for a good solid couple of minutes. I listened to like almost a full song before I'm like, okay, listen. I'm very stubborn. If I didn't have work that I needed to get to, I was very down to just sit in that sit on that street for a long time, not moving. I was very ready to do that. But I was like, my obligations, my responsibilities are demanding that I yield to this child. So I had to. I had to pull off to the side, let her pass. She got the win. And she looked, to be fair, looked very pleased with herself. She looked very like resolute and determined up to that point, and then as soon as I pulled off, she just looked so happy with herself. She definitely felt like she won that, and to be fair, she did. She stuck her ground, and I respect her for it. So yeah, that's how my day's been. It's just kind of been like stuff like that. Let me do. I want to tweet out that we're live. I'm so inconsistent about doing that. To be fair, I'm just inconsistent about social media in general. I'm like never ever on here anymore. Like whether it be like Twitter, Blue Sky, like anything like that. Even like my own like personal stuff that has nothing to do with like the streaming stuff. I'm just never on it because I'm just like, I don't really have that much time. I kind of just don't want to spend it on here. But then I also feel like I'm missing stuff. Like there's so much like stuff. Oh no! Yay, how's it going, Seal? How's your night been? Oh no, ads are over. I'm probably gonna be half there because I'm multitasking with chores at the moment. No, you're so good. That's totally okay. What was I saying? Oh yeah, well, welcome in, Seal. How's your night been? How's it going? Twitter, it's called... Listen, it's called that thing that only some people use, and half of those some people that use it ironically, because no one cares. I mean, it's still... I think we've had this discussion before. I'm pretty sure we've had this exact discussion before about the fact that it's still called tweeting, and then someone else said that, like, no, they changed it. It's just called posting now, and it's like... Well, now it's just generic, you know? Now it's just like everywhere else. It's just like Instagram or Facebook. It's the exact same as everywhere else. So I'm just gonna call it tweeting still. And the Twitters. Let me... Live. Playing more. Why not both? There we go. Let me put some emojis in there. I think it adds a very cute little flair to the post when you actually add in the little emojis, because I put on like the little white and black hearts, and I think that they look very cute. Hang on, there we go. Boop, boop. Now let's get them those links. Boop. There we go. Yeah, I just wanted to give you deja vu. Oh, that's what it was for. Fair enough. To be fair, it's like, I'm sure we've had this exact same discussions, consistently, but at the same time I'm like, listen, we have like 10 hours of discussion a week. I'm not gonna remember everything we talk about because it could just be thoughts that I have, because a lot of the time when things are brought up, I just do spout the thoughts that I've had about the topic beforehand. Also, I've been doing well. I take it you're doing swell yourself? Yeah, no, for sure. It's been a pretty solid day. You know, I say like 7 out of 10. I think today's been like an 8 out of 10. It's been a solid 8 out of 10. Also, I'm not going to show it, but I am a little proud of something. I've been working on some thumbnails because I want to start doing like some more custom-made thumbnails for the YouTube side of thing. Stuff that isn't just... here's a PNG of me on the backdrop of the game. I've been working on some stuff. I'm not going to show it yet just because I want it to actually be like fully done, but I'm worked on that a little bit during a break at work. So I think it's been a pretty solid day. Wait, Seal, do you mind if I ask you a question? It's about the job interview that you talked about last time. I was going to ask how that went. Obviously only if you're okay talking about it. If you don't want to talk about it, that's totally understandable. But if you're comfortable doing that, how did it go? Copy of video link. Bada bing. Bada boom. Let's just get rid of that. Alright, time to move over to Blue Sky to do the same thing. Post. There we go. Blue Sky. So you can definitely tell that I'm never on Blue Sky, considering it gives me like sports. It's like this. That's like your recommended stuff to look at is sports, and I'm like, that's not me at all, actually. But at the same time, that's fair because I'm never on here. And then let's go like this. Hang on. Oh wait, no. The thing I was trying to add to it isn't pulling up. Hang on, I gotta double check something. Hang on, hold up. Hold. Okay. Makes sense. Apologies. You can't see anything that I'm doing or have no idea what I'm talking about, and I'm not going to give context. You're welcome. There we go. Awesome. Oh, I kind of forgot I flopped. Oh, you flopped it. I'm so sorry. But the interviewer was really nice and really understanding, so overall it went pretty well. My mind didn't blank out from pressure, which was good. No, that's really, really good. As long as it's like, because for me, what sucks about like any kind of like performance or anything is like if I do terribly, if I just completely screw the pooch, but it wasn't caused by my being like anxious or like anxiety or like any kind of like the mental block kind of thing, I feel way better about it because at least I can go that I failed on my own, essentially. Whereas like let's say like I'm doing something and suddenly the anxiety just takes over. It's like I feel like I didn't really fail that because my brain didn't really give me a fair chance, now did it? So I'm glad that your mind didn't go blank from any of that. That's really good. But I'm sorry to hear you flopped. That's rough. Give context. Basically I was trying to do some tags in it and it didn't pull up immediately, so I was like, I need to double check the name of who I'm tagging really quick. So I was like, that's all I needed to do. That was the exciting context I was keeping hidden from you guys. Look at me go. I know, I'm so awesome. Also, really quick, before we jump into actually reading and stuff, I just wanted to do some heads up for how next week is gonna work, because it's gonna be a little bit, I know I say this like every single week, like, oh, I haven't put up, hang on, I want to prove something really quick, because I feel like I talk a lot about things I do, and then there's no proof for, hang on, can I find this really quick? Image. I'm trying to prove a point that no one but me cares about right now, hang on. I say this like almost every single week, but I'm not entirely sure of how... Oh, here we go. Bam, look. I never post my schedules, but I made it. I made it this week, and I just never posted it. Why? Don't ask me. Well, it was kind of the same thing of like what it is every week of like, am I really positive I can actually stream at these times? Like, there's like stuff going on in my personal life that like maybe I won't be able to stream at these specific times, so I need to figure out if I can. But just in case, let me make the schedule that I'll never post. Basically, for next week, my dad is having surgery, and I want to be available to like help out with that and be there for him to like, you know, just make sure that they're not going through it alone and be like there to give anything that they need, that kind of stuff. So next week's schedule might be a little iffy. We might need to move some things around. I'm trying to like figure out like what like the best ones to move around would be essentially right now, like whether it be like moving like Undertale or why not both to like Sunday time, and if that would even like work better. Obviously this is still like all very up some like in the air essentially. Like obviously like if he's like completely totally fine and like is like, yeah, I'm not even like bored, like I don't need company or anything like that, then I'll be like, okay, then I guess I'm good to keep on streaming. But I obviously if like I do want to be, again, just available, whether it be, again, for help or, like, keep my dad company, because I'm like, surgery sucks. For everyone who hasn't had surgery before, having, specifically, like, the couple of days after really sucks. So I'm like, I just want to be there, be available. So yeah, it's another week of I'm not entirely sure how the schedule's gonna be, but I'm probably gonna make another schedule and then not post it. Let's get that out here. But yeah, I guess anyways, here's the schedule. It's gonna be two falls on Wednesday, and Thursday's gonna be Undertale. Whoa, we're really changing the game with that one. I know, crazy. No worries. I wish the best for your father. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, it's not. Thankfully, I'm not gonna go into like the surgery itself, but thankfully, it's not like too big of a one. But like again, honestly, in my opinion, any kind of surgery really sucks for people. Like the only one I've had, because I've had a couple of procedures done. The only one I've had where like it really wasn't bad at all was my wisdom teeth getting taken out. People hyped me up so long. Like, oh no, once you get your wisdom teeth taken out, it's gonna be like the worst pain for like a good couple of days. Like it's gonna suck so much. Like everyone goes through it, but like it really like still like we feel bad for you that you have to go through it right now. And then like yeah, the like I was high after it was done, and apparently I just turned into like a huge sailor. Like I was just cussing everyone out. It was a mix between I was cussing everyone out and I was going up to people and be like, oh my gosh, you're so beautiful, and then I would turn and look at someone else and be like, you stupid fucking donkey, like stuff like that. And then I'd look at someone else and be like, oh, I'm so like happy that you're a part of my life. I appreciate you so much. Look at someone else, like, you get out of here. No one wants it. Like it was stuff like that. It was stuff like that. But once the drugs actually wore off, I was completely fine. Like I was back to eating like solid foods. Like I remember like whenever anyone in my family gets like the wisdom teeth taken out, we tend to just like, all right, time to go to KFC, get some mashed potatoes and some macaroni. And then while I was there picking, because I was like, I'm kind of bored, I don't really want to be in the house right now, I'm gonna drive and get myself some, like not long after like the procedure itself. Like I think it was like the second day while I was still taking like pain medications to be good with it that I felt like I didn't really need, but I was just taking it just in case. And then I was I was ordering like some fried chicken and like other stuff like that. I mean, like my mouth's fine. I don't understand why everyone hypes us up about like why it's like one of the most painful things to get done to your face. This is so okay. But granted, I can't even like judge anyone for like being like quote unquote like babies about it, because when it comes to braces, I'm the biggest whiner on the planet. When I had like my teeth braces on, I have to specify that because I have other kinds of braces now. But when I had like the braces on my teeth, any small adjustment that would be made, I would cry and whine about it. I was so unpleasant about it for like a month, like after every single time I'd get it fixed up. So it's like, again, I feel like everyone like reacts to things very differently. Like some people are in a lot more pain when it comes to this thing, a lot of people are in a lot more pain when it comes to this other thing. Like it's all over the place when it comes to that stuff. But I like to go with the wide spectrum of surgery sucks, so let's just be ready just in case. But yeah, I think with that all being said, also, I'm gonna share a little secret with everyone here for the Undertale stream on Thursday. This is an us exclusive. No one else gets to hear this unless you're here for this stream right now. But basically, oh, hang on, I need to move up screens really quick. That way you're not being wrong screen. That way you're not being blasted with multiple streams of music. The plan for Thursday is to hopefully be able to go until we get up to whatever point Sans is at, because we've been kind of we flew through everything we've been through this far, so I kind of want to like go up to like whenever Sans happens and then just cut the stream there. That's the plan, even if it's only like an hour away, because I have no idea like at what point we fight him at. So the idea is just to go until that happens and then just cut it off, just completely be like, no, we're gonna get into this the next time, just because I think it's funny. I think it's a funny little cliffhanger to do. So that's the plan. Anyone hear the music double up? Do you have the game open twice? Do I? Oh, it did. It opened twice. Weird. Did that? Oh, shoot. No, wait, oh, there we go. It took OBS a second. Also, hang on. Wait, wrong thing. Hang on. I just realized this and it's bugging me slightly. It was slightly out of frame, and it bugs me so much when I notice that. But the issue is, OBS is so annoying when it comes to fixing that stuff, because like it'll like let you move it around very like smoothly, very fluidly for a little while, and then sometimes it'll just snap between two different sizes. And thankfully that was not one of the times. It is in there perfectly. There we go. Thank you so much for pointing that out. I also, is the music too loud for you guys? I'm looking down at the waveforms and it looks a lot louder than I thought it would be. Because I set it to the same, like OBS the same volume, but is like the volume at a good level for you guys? Yay or nay? How we feeling? Sounds fine to me. Excellent, excellent. Yeah, on the waveforms it just looked like a lot louder than I suppose it's actually coming out. That's one of the few hard parts of like actually like figuring out how to like balance the audio. That's why I do a ton of gnar. Wait, are you saying gnar it's too loud or gnar it's good? which one are you gnarring right now? Is because like the OB, I feel like it's deceptive of like sometimes like because the waveforms right now are showing that it's like as loud as I am, which is not as loud as it should be. But I have it set to where it should only be like, you know, like again, like background music essentially. Nay, it's good. Awesome. Thank you, horse. That was such a bad joke. I'm sorry. Anyways, let's get on into it. What's that face for? What? What's up? You didn't like the horse joke? Listen, I realized it was bad, but it's not that bad. Oh, bonjour, hello. Ooh, French. Ew, icky. How's it going, Andrew? How's your night been? Welcome, welcome in. Perfect timing, by the way, because we just started. What? 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 What do you mean, icky? No. It's hating on the French. No, trust me. It's endearment. It's an endearing thing. I promise. All of the animosity in quotations towards the French is it's all a bit. Trust. Me and the French go way back. Hating on the French, Sag. The joke was even worse than a dad joke / pun. What do you mean? No, it's not. Listen. I'm a personal big believer in that bad jokes are really important because they do make someone laugh, and that is what matters, you know? So you know what? That nay joke gave me a little giggle, so I think it was a success. Is that probably a bad way to scale things? Probably, but that's totally fine. But yeah, with that all being said, let's jump on into it. It's another hot and sunny day. The morning feels, I don't know why my throat decided to like really like dig into the hot on that. The morning feels nice, but by the time I get out of class at 11, it's scorching. Oh my gosh. So, you guys know that it's like May right now, like, you like it hot? True, you're not incorrect. The only thing I don't like hot is the weather. But, so you know how like, it's like May right now, like everyone's aware of that, right? Right? Everyone knows? Awesome, excellent. I'm just gonna assume everyone's gonna say yes to that, or at least is agreeing in their heads. Apparently, Mother Nature forgot, because for the past 3 days, it's been so cold. It went from over the course of 1 day, yes to that, thank you. Also, welcome in, KK. Hope you're doing well. I am doing well. Thank you so much. Hope you're doing well too. Welcome in. We just started reading, and I'm already tangenting, but we just started reading, so good timing, perfect timing. Mother Nature has apparently forgotten what time of year it is, because again, like 3 days ago, it was like incredibly hot. Like it was so hot I got a really bad sunburn from being out, sweating, dripping the entire time I was outside. And then over the course of the next couple of days, it's been so cold outside that I need my big winter coat back on, big poofy pants, and another layer underneath all that, just to be able to be outside to like take my dog on walks and stuff like that. I'm like, I thought we were heading into summer, like this is the tail end of spring, and as much as I do like the cold, I would not like a nice, smooth, gentle transition from the weather, cause here's the thing, tomorrow, the temperature is jumping up by 40 degrees. It is, and 40 degrees Fahrenheit, I should specify. We are not jumping up by Celsius. If we were jumping up by Celsius, like 40 degrees Celsius from where we're at, we'd be dead. So, you know, wait, what about freezing hail? Wait, hang on. Wait. It's been really cold in my area as well, mostly because of the rainy weather. See, but like, that's the thing. It's also been incredibly rainy here. But normally during like our springs, the rain is like it's still like warm. Like it's the type that people go out and like dance in type of thing. But right now, it's just frigid. But no, did I say something about freezing hail? Did I say something about that? If so, I do apologize. I did not mean that. It's just freezing. It's the worst. Oh no, that was me. Oh wait. You're having freezing hail? Oh no. Oh, wait, I can finally hop on Twitch. I'll probably join there since it's easier. No, listen, whatever you prefer to watch on, I'm okay. I can compensate for everyone. That's why I have both chats open. So wherever you like to watch, absolutely do that there. But hello, KK Bam. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Twitch side of things. Listen, I'm just saying that, but legally I am obligated to say that the Twitch side is better. All right, don't tell YouTube. So, but legally, I'm required to say that. But yes, bonjour, welcome in. Hang on. Funny thing, I self-took a language class, and then a year later I forgot, but I still have notes. Self-taught, wait, that's awesome. You self-taught yourself how to speak a language? Well, but you forgot some of the stuff, and then you moved over. I mean, the YouTube as well. See, exactly. Wait, okay, but now you're leaving. The messages go, I'm in YouTube as well. Okay, bye. Clipped. Listen, as long as that clip stays on the Twitch side of things, that's legally, again, okay. That's very fine. Well, technically, I was self-taught in 3 languages, not 1. You self-taught yourself 3 languages? Russian, Japanese, and Chinese? That's incredible. I cannot... I'm like... my brain is like immune to being able to be taught languages on any kind of deep level. I mean, I've talked about this 1,000 times before, but I took 3 years of Spanish, aced them super hard, and then as soon as it came to advancing any further than that, I couldn't. Like, even after sitting down with the teacher, sitting down with people in the class, after getting a lot of extra help, like, for some reason there was something in my brain that just wouldn't let me pass the level I was at. It was to the point that the teacher of the AP Spanish class that I was taking, which is basically just a Spanish class in high school, sat me down and said, listen, I see how hard you are working. You can't do this. Drop out. It's going to affect your GPA. And so I dropped. I bowed out. I went away. But I'm also very thankful that the teacher like felt comfortable to say that to me. So I want to learn Japanese and Mandarin. I also really want to learn Japanese. Like it's the dream of everyone who loves anime to learn how to speak Japanese. You know, it's actually, hang on. I want to pull something up. It was to the point that there were no good options because Japanese on Duolingo is not very good, and Duolingo in general is just not like actually the best place to learn languages. Where is it? Oh, so I looked up what are really good ways to learn Japanese, and one of the things that was recommended was a visual novel, specifically a dating visual novel called Love Language Japanese. And I took it, and I was actually doing pretty alright, because basically the shtick of the story in that one is you move to Japan, you get into a school, and you have to get good at Japanese, or you're going to get kicked out of the school. So I was like, wait, this is actually very cool. And I have like, I don't know where it is, but I have a notebook full of like all the because you actually have to take tests. You have to take tests in the visual novel. Otherwise you get a game over if you do bad. Like I think if you get under like a 60, 50% or something like that, you get a game over. So you have to get better at Japanese as you go. Or you could just cheat. You could just blatantly cheat if you wanted to. But I didn't. So actually, like whenever I was doing like the class stuff, I'd take notes. I'd pass the test, like stuff like that. And then I just didn't stick with it because I don't have, because it's a tale as old as time. I don't have the time for it. But it was actually pretty effective for the little bit that I did do. But your tip is to don't. It's so infuriating. I'd say Russian was the easiest to learn. Oh, what was actually like easy about Russian for you to learn? Because that's the don't tip is the tip that I hear everyone say, especially when it comes to languages like Japanese. I'll be having extra time, and I know I want to speak another language, but I'm sorry, I hate learning Spanish. Like, it just messes with me because, OMG, I didn't like my teacher. No, that's so fair. A bad teacher can completely ruin, like, an idea of learning something to people, so I totally understand that. Like, I was, like, super big into learning guitar. This is just me reflecting on all the things I've tried learning and then dropped. Wait. I also find the discourse upon the YouTube colloquy to be the most serene and agreeable here. No, so for real, YouTube Andrew. Very true. But I was really big into learning guitar when I was in middle school. I was taking classes, I was taking summer classes, and then I had a really, really bad teacher my last year of middle school. And it completely ruined any want to learn any more guitar for me. Like, I've tried picking it up since then, but when I do, all I feel is like those emotions from that time, and I'm like, I think I'm good. I think I'm good. Yeah, no, Duolingo is not good for either of the languages I want to learn. Yeah, no. Yeah, it's really... I've heard that it's especially bad for those. Well, I might do that. Again, it is pretty... It sounds highly intriguing to me. Again, I mean, if you like visual novels, if you like dating sims, and you like to learn stuff from it, that's what you gotta do. It's a great way to do it. Bro, I remember a site that was so fun for Russian. What was the site called? And did it teach other languages, or was it just like for Russian teaching you? I'm being called out. Wait, you're being called out by me? This is just making me think of all the things I've dropped comment, or like the stuff I said about the dating visual novel. Oh, I love dating sims. Oh my gosh, you are in the right place. That's like 99% of what we do here. That is basically all that we do. I was about to say, outside of that, we play Undertales, but there's several dating sim parts of Undertale, so that's basically all we do here. It's incredible. I will out myself, as you should. Be proud of it. I'm proud of it. Because they're great. Listen, if I wasn't proud of it, I would not have admitted to trying to learn Japanese through a dating sim. I'm very, very okay with it. Because we're just all here to like that's what I like about streaming, because like getting to talk about the stuff I love and then getting to talk to people about the stuff that they love, you know? Got me over here giggling. Let's go. For Otome games, I play Love and Deep Space. Hang on, I've never heard of Love and Deep Space. Love and Deep Space. Wait, no! Hang on, I've heard of this. I've seen this. I'm so jealous of this game. Okay, hang on. What's the best way to do this? I'm so sorry that we just started the game and now we're sidetracked. But listen, we all know that that's how I work. Yes, listen, this is like the most insane thing ever. I haven't actually played it. But let me go like this. I think the easiest way for me to do this really fast is do display capture. Add existing display capture. Device not available. Primary monitor. Yes, it's this game. Hang on. It's this game right freaking here. Let's go to images. I think, yeah, all the images are pretty safe for work. I clicked on that and then immediately realized, like, what if it isn't? What if it's just not? Like, and the thing that gets me about this, I started back during the Valentine update, so February of this year, I decided to finally join. so it's gotten you fresh. You're like fresh in there. Otome jump scare, the white-haired character Silas is my favorite. Wait. Can you guys see my? No, you can't see my cursor. In the third image in the top row, the second guy in that picture, that's the thing. That's the guy that you use your fave. Cause the thing that has me so jealous of this game, this is gonna make me sound like such a degenerate probably, is I was on TikTok. It was one of those times where you just kind of jump on to like watch a couple videos and then get off. And one of the videos I got recommended was a girl just freaking out about this game and just being like, finally, I get to kiss my boys. And it's just like a fully animated, just like makeout scene. And I'm just sitting there like, why is this not in Fate Grand Order? How do we get this in Fate Grand Order? Please, can we? How do I do this? And so I've been filled with indignant rage ever since, because I'm like, how come all the games I play don't have this? Why don't they have these kinds of scenes? Come on, it's not fair. Magic SFW. Yeah, no, for real, Magic SFW. Well, again, should have thought about that first, because we could have just actually like walked headfirst into like some very NSFW like fan art or stuff like that. So it's like very grateful. Oh my gosh, hello, sweetie Maple. How's my best bud? I was about to say best bud. How's my favorite doing? How are you doing? Oh my gosh, it's been so long. How's life been? I think I'm just feeling too dad-like right now. I've never called anyone bud before. That felt gross to say. That felt like the most, how's it going, champ? Ruffles hair. I totally remember your name. Don't worry, buddy. But how's it going, Maple? How is it? He's so pretty. He's a mafia man, and ooh, the edits got me crying. We finally got Silas, and I was happy. Because they did a song, Would You Fall in Love with Me Again? It was in the background song for Silas. I cried. See, and I'm so jealous, because none of the things I play have like anything like that. Nothing like that at all. But you know, I'm glad that the Otome fans are getting this. I feel like that it's like, this is gonna sound weird, I feel like they deserve it, you know? It feels like a very good dub to have a game like this. Also, it seems like the Otome games on like iPhone and Android go like really hard. Like, what's that other game? There's another one. It's like Love. Hang on, I'm gonna block this out for a second while I try to do some research into hot men really quick. Oh, hang on. My two favorite fandoms, Epic and Love and Deep Space. I feel so bad for my grandma. Also, I did take a drink. As I was getting things ready for stream, like getting my water refilled, setting everything up, I was just sitting there screeching Epic, and I'm like, I feel so bad for her right now, because I'm so out of tune, and I do not care. Has been eons. I just woke up from a nap. Also, what are you, a South Park Canadian? Hey, bud. Yes, that is exactly what I'm becoming. Honestly, moving to Canada sounds so base, because as much as I was just complaining about the cold, I'm like, you know, the cold, maple syrup, my butter, like, it sounds perfect for me. It sounds so good. But yeah, how's your nap? How is that going? Also, isn't it late for you? Isn't taking a nap at this point just called like going to bed? Isn't that just what that is? Hang on. What's it called? Otome games on Android. On a droid. I forgot the end part of that. What is it called? What is it? Oh Baby! Yes, it's called Oh Baby. That's the one I was looking like. That one is huge. So big. I'm like, it is like just cook it over there. Hang on, let me look up Obey Me and make sure it's actually like safe for work this time. Also, did you finish the entire Epic the Musical? Yes, we did. Technically, sort of. Put a pin in that, kind of, because this is the most embarrassing thing ever. I did a stream reacting to the Vengeance Saga when it came out. Oh, Stretch! Oh, thank you so much. I don't remember exactly what happened. I think it was recording is the only time OBS has said it recorded from like a different audio source, or there just wasn't audio for me. Like there was something with the audio where either I didn't get any of it, like none of what I actually said came through, or I think it was just that the audio was terrible. I think that was the thing. So I had to delete it. Which sucks. But here, I'm gonna show you guys Obey Me. I must return to the nap. It's like 4 a.m. So yeah, no, the nap is just going to bed. But that's so valid, though. That's so valid. That's why, like, whenever like we have talked about, I'm like, please, no pressure to show up. It is so late for you at this time. Your health is far more important. I saw a Slender Man in my dream and hit it with a car. Wait, that's base. Let's go. Did he die? Did you take him out? Did you end the curse? I feel like I was about to start going into like power scaling talk. I feel like Slender Man is like a weird case of like a glass cannon where like he's very powerful because he has like, you know, his teleportation. He can possess your mind. He can infect people. He can make like an army. But I'm like, has anyone ever just tried running the dude over? Like, it seems like a pretty good way to just take people out. Oh, also, you have a color. Yes, you do have a color, Andrew. Wait, I can't. The other one. Wait, hang on. Wait. Oh, baby, I can't. The other one I played cause it concerns me and surprises. And I'm surprised I played it with a straight face. Like, wait, what do you mean by that? What do you mean? I don't understand what you mean by that. Diablo, Lucifer, Mammon, and a guy named... Is that Simeon or Simeon? I have no idea. Is that the name of all these boys in this picture? Ba-doop doop. Well, I guess that's not all the boys. Are you saying your favorites with that? Oh, posture check. Check. First pronunciation. Oh, thank you. Have fun streaming, Bendy. And no, because I woke up the second I hit him, I'm gonna finish the job. Please go finish the job. Put him down. He deserves it. But have a great rest of your nap bedtime. Hope to get to talk to you again soon. Have a great rest of your night. Good night. First pronunciation. The first and second demons are there. Blue and yellow. Oh, okay. The Diavolo and Lucifer. Nice. But anyways, should we get back into playing the game? I do. You know, I was going to apologize, but I'm not going to. I love getting sidetracked. I think it's so fun to just like yap with people about stuff. But we should probably jump on back into it. I spend my time between classes today getting some work done. Eventually I head to my statistics class. Hello? This is unprecedented. I've never had this happen before. I've never seen this. This is new to me. Like, sidetrack is my favorite pastime. No, and you're in the perfect place. You're in the perfect place for that. Because I love getting sidetracked. It's so much fun. Oh, wow, glitch. See, no, this isn't the game. Here's the thing. I want to specify. If this was the game, I'd let y'all know. This is OBS, and I understand why it's happening. I've just never seen it happen before. Basically, first, it's still selected. Like, my cursor is still on OBS. So when I click the space bar, it brings up another one of the captures that I have hidden. So that's what was happening. And I got because I didn't realize it for a little while I was looking at the game, like, what's going on over here? And then, yeah, just... There we go. Oh, yeah, no, so don't worry. It's not the game. That was entirely me and OBS just not understanding each other. We have bad communication skills with one another. Peak gameplay? Oh, for sure. Anyways, Kirklick. As I enter the classroom, I see Jen already here. I tend to arrive early, and it's rare to see Jen here before me. Oh, hey, Jen. Rio. Jen, are you okay? Why weren't you at the game? You said you'd be there. Oh no, I forgot to tell you that I wasn't coming. I'm so sorry, Jen. Well, what happened? I called and you didn't answer. I was worried. I know you have a... Oh wait, I thought this was Rio saying this to Jen, being like, listen, I know that you have a bad memory, but come on. I know you have a bad memory, but if you tell me you're coming and then decide not to, you need to tell me. Right, I have something exciting to tell you. ... I have a plan. Oh? Mina isn't in the classroom yet, but she could come in at any moment. Why Jen mean-mugging me? I don't like it. Well, counterpoint, I do like it. I do like that she's mean-mugging us. Listen, she's just upset with her friend. Would you not do the same? I have to go to the loo. Come with me? Oh, they're so British. Okay. We leave the classroom and head down the hall just before we get to the loo. I stop and face Jen. So, I am pretty positive that Aspen is into Mina. ... Duh. Wait, what? You knew? Well, I'm not entirely sure, but I think it's pretty obvious. She slipped up a few times in the past when we've hung out. I think she just didn't say anything because Mina was with Ian at the time. Oh. Did Aspen not know? If I'm not mistaken, Mina and Ian were open. Oh, damn, I'm not sure. I had no idea. Well, I guess it doesn't matter now. There's a brief gloomy silence as we are reminded of Ian's death. I'm still upset you didn't come. I'm sorry, Jen. The other day at the cafe, Allie mentioned she couldn't make it to your game, which left just me, Mina, and Aspen. When I saw those two together and heard they were both going to the game, I thought it'd be nice to give them some time together. I was going to let you know, but by the time I left the cafe, I forgot. I'm really sorry, Jen. Jen left out a long sigh, shaking her head. Well, it seemed you were trying to help them, and you just forgot to tell me. So, I forgive you, but please try to remember to contact me next time. Valid point. Well, which part of that did you find valid? The I like it part or the being upset at the friend part? Because I did say two different things there, both of which could be valid. I was just about to ask if they were British, lol. Yeah, again, I believe the way that Social, you explained it was that it's like just kind of based off of like British English, essentially, right? That's how you said it? OMG. OMG British. I'm only give my friend deadpan looks when they lie because I know they're not BSing me. See, I think I just call them out. I don't really like give them any kind of looks. I just call them out, which granted doesn't happen very often, but when it does, it's just like, dog, just listen. If you need to just, if you don't need to tell me everything. You don't, like, I'd rather you just say nothing than make up an excuse kind of thing. Upset at a friend. That, you know, that was valid. Yes, it takes place in Germany, but when Germany learns English, they learn British English. Exactly, there we go. Also, that's just, like, really good to know, because did we talk about that fact that it takes place in Germany last time? I don't think we did. So that's a good thing to know. Of course, I'll do my best, I promise. You'll do your best? Jen and I are startled by Mina suddenly appearing behind us. Whoa, Mina, I didn't notice you were here. Oh, I just got out of the loo. You know, we are a few minutes late, right? Oh shit, let's go. But you didn't answer my question. All three of us speed walk back to the classroom. As the lecture comes to an end, we leave the classroom and head out into the hall. I feel a little distressed by my lack of ability to follow the professor's lecture. This... Hang on, let me just... One sec, really quick. Let me just, Yeah, let me just grab this one, there we go. I'm just doing some R&D really quick. Convariance. Okay. I just want to make sure I was saying that word correctly. Says two people here. I shall keep YouTube alive for like 3 seconds. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you. You know, you can't see... Wait, you know you can't see but says it during the whole song. Ah, I see. You know you can't see but says it during the whole song. The prophet. Oh, the blind prophet being like, I see. Covariance. Yeah. I was like, I think that's how you pronounce it. Let me look it up before I embarrass myself. It seems like this professor isn't spending any time going over the stuff we should have learned in the prerequisite courses. She assumes we already know it. I didn't do great in those courses either. I can help you if you need it. Thanks, Jen. You always have been good at maths. This surprises no one. Let's go to the cafe soon and catch up. Mina, you okay? Chill, girl, relax, stop. You're freaking me out a little bit, you're giving me anxiety. At this point, I finally notice Mina keeps looking back and forth at both of us with a perturbed look on her face. Are you two hiding something from me? Dazed by Mina's question, Jen and I look at each other. If neither of us says anything, she'll definitely suspect something. What do you mean? You never answered my question before class, you know? What were you talking about? Well, we were talking about Aspen. Yeah, we were talking about Aspen. What about her? Oh, we were talking about statistics. Right, about how Aspen could help us with this course. Us? I thought you didn't need help in this course, Jen. She meant to say me. Aspen can help me with this course. Didn't Jen just say she'll help you? Yes, but the more I can get the better. Good lord, Mina is just like seeing through all of their lies instantly. It's just, like, I was joking about her giving me anxiety before. If I was like trying to keep this secret, I'd be like, oh no, it's over. She's figured us out. She knows that we're hiding something. Because she is just cutting her way through these. Yes, but the more help I can get, the better. I really need it for maths classes. It throws me off when I have to say maths classes. 2 plurals, it feels like. I'm wondering what type of math, algebra, geometry, trigonometry. I despise geometry, but at least I never have to take it again. I'm so glad. I don't think I ever took geometry. I'm very, very okay with that. Statistics, I see. Yeah, no, I'm failing that. You're failing statistics. Oh no. I also failed statistics. It's fine. You're in good company. No one here can judge you. It's probably obvious to Mina we are trying to evade the truth. I'm sorry, Mina. We don't want to lie to you, I promise. Okay, whatever you say. Oh no, we upset her. Mission failed. We'll get him next time. Mission failed. You both going to the cafe later? Yeah, we'll be there. That's an opportune time to go over statistics. Okay, I have to go, but I'll see you later. Bye. Bye, Mina. Aren't we in class right now? Where are you going? Bye. ... Oh my god, we screwed up. She didn't even hug us bye like she always does. What were we doing? We were acting so stupid. I feel so bad. What do we do? We both look at each other with defeated expressions. Then after a moment of silence... Allie? Yeah, it's a long shot, but we can try calling her now. I grab my phone, put in my earpiece, find her in my recently contacted list, and select her name. Jen directs me to a bench at the side of the hallway, and we take a seat as I call Allie. Hello? Rio? Allie, we need your help. Can you talk, or would you prefer to meet somewhere? You know the answer to that question. Cafe in 15? Make it 30. I'll see you there. Maths is how the British say mathematics. Yeah, no, that's what I assumed. But it just like it's like throwing off my American English brain to be like, no, you don't say maths classes. It's math classes or just math class. You know, it's like it's not that. Like I understand like that's how they properly say it there. It's just like not good for my brain. Hilariously enough, when the notification popped up that you're live, I paused my binge watching session because it's so fun to do that. It's a 7-hour-long ASMR anime, lol. What kind of anime is just ASMR? Like, can you expound on that point, please? Pretty please? Allie looks so sleepy. She's so me. No, so relatable. Constant state of sleepiness. Sounds and looks. Wait, sounds and looks so sleepy. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, exactly. It's how I'm feeling right now, too. So I getcha. She hangs up before I can finish my sentence. So, the cafe in 15? She said 30, but let's go now anyway. The bus will probably be arriving at any moment. Jen and I rush off towards the front doors and start heading to the bus stop. I feel so bad. I can't believe I'm already doing damage control, and I haven't even started matchmaking. Good job, Rio. You're killing it. You're slaying it right now, girl. The 66th of summer, not long after. Rio and I arrive before Allie. We place our orders and take a seat at our usual table. We didn't talk much on the bus. I think Rio feels bad for lying to Mina. I think it might be a good idea to abandon ship before it even sets sail. I'm not gonna lie. I thought because Social. What was the button that like lets you go back? I forgot. I sorry. A lot of animes have people who do B. Oh, thank you. You're a lifesaver. We didn't talk much. I thought so. B for back. That's a good way to remember it. Thank you. I think Rio feels bad for lying to Mina. I thought, because then the very next line is I think, and I thought Rio was about to say, I think I feel bad for lying to Mina. I thought I was gonna laugh so hard if that was actually how it went. A lot of anime have people who do, it's not like ASMR, but it's story based. But we just call it ASMR because of their voice. It sounds so nice, so we fall asleep to it sometimes. My Hero Academia is the main one, and that's what I was watching. And the character was a pro Hero Hawks, aka Kigo Takami. I love it. Wait, what's that? You said it's not ASMR. It's not like ASMR, but story-based. What is it? Just sort of like, I want to say like audiobook, but more like maybe like a radio drama kind of thing. Is it sort of like that? Because to be fair, Hawks does have a really nice voice, so I can totally understand like falling to sleep to that if it is like ASMR-esque, you know. Probably. I think we should just come clean, but we can't, Jen. Coming clean means telling Mina something we don't have consent to tell her. Oh, good point. She's right. We can't tell Mina what we think Aspen is we can't tell Mina that we think Aspen is into her. Rio lets out a long, exasperated sigh. I'm sorry for dragging you into this. Not only did I make you worry, but I lied to Mina, all because of some silly idea I had. What was your idea anyway? That's the problem. I don't have a plan. I wanted to do something to help them get closer, but I wasn't sure what that would be yet. I'm sorry. I just wanted to help. I know you did. About this time, Allie enters the cafe and comes straight to the table without placing an order. Yo. What kind of trouble are you in this time? Thank you for coming, Allie. We upset Mina and we need your help. I'll do my best. I let Rio explain the entire situation. She starts with the day at the cafe when I wasn't there and ends with what happened today. This is quite the dilemma. Tell me about it. What have you considered thus far? Well, we can't come clean because it isn't right to tell Mina about Aspen's feelings. That's about it, really. I just mimic the hand thing that Allie is doing right now to actually like lean back in my chair and think about it. Rio and I really lean as we sit on the edge of our seats. That's the best way to explain it. Okay, then that sounded like a good time. I just started rereading Castle Swimmer again recently, and God, I love it. Ooh, cafe, nice. I need to find the time to actually like sit down and read those. See, the issue is, not the issue, but it goes back to what I've been saying the whole time of like lack of time. But I used to do a lot of my reading while waiting for videos that I edited to finish exporting. But I've just been taking such a break from editing because it feels so nice to be done. It feels so nice to not be in the editing dungeon. So I'm like, I really haven't been reading. I don't think I've actually like sat down to like read since like the beginning of April, I think. It's been like really once we've been getting into a lot more like streaming more consistently that I'm like, I just haven't really been reading as much lately because of that. Some have angst, some are romance, and it honestly depends on the mood, and I like envisioning me being in the scenario with them because they ain't real. Oh, glub. And Andrew, I do appreciate you spacing. See, I'm very okay with the glubbin'. I just appreciate you spacing it out a little bit more. You know what I mean? As long as it's not spammed, because that's when it gets like a, man, I'm not thirsty anymore. I don't need it. But when you space it like this, it's like perfect for it. Side note to the cafe. I want to go to a cat cafe. What? I was about to ask. Oh, thirsty, you say? Always, but not in the way you're thinking. Please, I don't need more water. I was about to ask what a cat cafe is. But I feel like the answer is in the question, right? A cafe filled with cats. Yeah, there we go. Cat cafe. Basically. Images. Oh my gosh, and this one has pictures of, like they did like the latte art and it's of cats. It's so cute. gosh. Are there any near me? Near me. All. Wait. There is one. It's like... Oh, wait. Hang on. The closest one to me is like a 45-minute drive, which isn't great, but it's not too far away from where I get my wrist braces redone, so maybe next time I go to get those fixed, I'll have to stop by I almost just outed myself. I almost just doxed myself so freaking hard, and almost said the name of the place that I was gonna go to. Thank the Lord I have the common sense to stop myself. Oh my gosh. Dark said, let me see if I can go there. Jesus, don't be like Odysseus. No, I don't. Listen, I stopped, unlike Odysseus, I stopped myself. Granted, it was a lot easier for me to do so because it didn't come at the expense of my friend's death. But I stopped myself. Dark said, let me see if I can. Because, like, listen, I looked up the pictures and they're adorable. There's literally just people sitting down with their coffees and petting kitties, and it looks like the cutest thing ever. Because I don't know, I just love animals. They're like like obviously not all animals, but like most animals, because I'm like, they're just like the purest like little creatures on the planet, especially cats and dogs. So I'm very, very okay with that. As long as it's not like stuff like spiders or snakes, I'm very okay with most animals. I need to find one near me. Likely ban evader. Wait, Trace, if you're around, kill that guy. I need to find one near me. No, for sure. What wrinkles with snakes? Wait. What wrinkles? What's wrong? What's wrong with snakes? No, it's genuinely just like a phobia, I think. Cause like, there's nothing really wrong with them. Like the closest thing is like, oh yeah, like, oh, they could bite you, but it's like all animals could bite you. You know what I mean? So it's definitely like an irrational kind of thing. With spiders, it's a phobia, and I hate looking at them. But with the snakes, I very, very, very much so understand that it is just like unnatural. Like I recently saw the most recent Hunger Games movie, and I was like shriveling up into myself. I felt myself like curling up inside as I was just trying to like get away from the screen, because I don't want to like, hang on. Does anyone care if I spoil the most recent Hunger Games movie? Because if so, I won't say anything, but if people don't mind, then unrecognized command. Oh, I r/. Hang on, I did a bad thing. Hang on, let me go like this. Copy. I don't. Okay, hang on. Let me just give it a second to see if if anyone's like is super against it, I trust them to say it. Otherwise, I'll spoil it. Also, I gotta murder somebody. There we go. They've been murdered. I don't mind. I'm gonna watch it, but I won't be until a good few months, so I'll forget about. Also, it is a very small. I want to be still vague about this spoiler. So if everyone's good with it, then there's like just a scene. There's two scenes specifically with just 1,000 snakes all curling around and going over stuff and through stuff, and it's like that scene right there had me like just away from the screen. I hated it so much. It was the worst thing. But yeah, no, I hate them. I hate snakes so much. And again, with spiders, it is a mix of the phobia and just hating the way that they look and feel. Like, there are a few things that I hate worse feeling on my body than any kind of insect or spider crawling on it. It like, it makes me feel gross. Moray eels are cute. Okay, hang on, let me just look them up. Let me see this. Let me see these boys. Moray eels. I got 8 ads, so I won't be able to hear anything. Oof. What do you mean? I mean, they're kind of rad. Wait, they're pretty freaking cool to look at. These are not what I would ever describe as cute, though. These things are not cute in the slightest. They're basically sea puppies. That is a lie. They are as far from sea puppies as you could basically be. What are you talking about? These guys are what these guys look like what I imagine playing Subnautica feels like. Just the horrors of the sea. Only a nibble? You say only a nibble as they just have huge rows of just fangs going back. Oh my gosh. Great. I loved looking at them. They're so adorable. Anyways, Rio and I really lean in as we sit on the edge of our seats. And a second set of jaws in their throat. See, here's the thing. They do sound really cool. And I do like, they don't give me the heebie-jeebies that, like, snakes do. They look really cool. I would never describe them as cute or sea puppies or precious. Those are killers. But I accepted, I respected the killer instinct that they have. Let me think. We patiently wait for Allie to speak. So I have an idea, but it might not be perfect. Oh, fantastic. What is it? Tell Mina that you and Jen are playing matchmaker for someone, but you cannot reveal their identity because they don't want other people knowing. This means that your inability to tell Mina the details isn't your fault. It is instead your responsibility to maintain their privacy at their request. And I believe Mina is compassionate enough to understand that her ignorance of the details helps to protect them, and she won't take it personally. This also means that you aren't lying. Everything you are saying is for the sake of protecting Aspen. You know, it's not a perfect, foolproof plan, but considering that Allie came up with it in like 10 seconds, I'm like, it is surprisingly well thought out. ... God damn, Allie, you're bloody. Ugh. I started saying that, and every single time I did, my voice started wanting to go British, and I was like resisting. You're bloody brilliant. Yes, thank you so much. Though I still can't help but feel bad that we had to put in the effort to keep a dear friend of ours in the dark. Huh, the dark like the bender? It still feels a little wrong. Either way, this makes it less likely that Mina or Aspen will be hurt. The door chime jingles, and Mina comes into the cafe. She gives us a small smile and waves. Unexpectedly, Allie stands up as Mina makes her way to the table. Aw, am I catching you on your way out? Yeah, sorry, Mina. I'll have to go. See you later. Mina gives Allie a big hug, and Allie exits the cafe. I don't know why she needs to leave, but I'm sure she has her reasons. Mina takes a seat at the table where Allie once was. She doesn't seem upset. So, have you two been studying statistics? Oh, no. Rio interrupts me unexpectedly. Her uncharacteristically loud response carries throughout the cafe. I finally can see the gameplay. Woo, let's go. Welcome back from the ad prison, KK. Welcome back in. I just wanted to say about your snake comment really quick. Hang on, where is it? Wait. But I do love snakes, specifically these ball pit pythons. They're so cute. They look so derpy sometimes. I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't. I don't, hang on, let me look up what a ball pit python specifically looks like, because I think I know it. I just want to make sure. Ball pit python. Okay, wait, hang on, whoa. Did I just character arc? Because these guys are actually really, really cute. Hang on. Hang on. These are the cutest, derpiest little guys ever. What the freak? I didn't know snakes came in the flavor of adorable. Oh my gosh. I thought they were all just scary and intimidating. Wait, I think you'd like monitor lizards. Watch it just pull up like a computer or something. Monitor lizard. Wait, these guys just kind of look like a... Oh, I was gonna say tiny Komodo dragons, but that one is freaking huge. Oh my gosh. These guys are rad. Oh wait, are they just actually Komodo dragons? Because these guys are so freaking big. That's just a dog. That's just like a golden retriever, but as a lizard right there. Me too. They're not that big, so I would love to care for them. I thought the whole point of pythons was that pythons were... Wait, no, that's anacondas that I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of anacondas that are the one, like, 13-foot long behemoths. No, never mind. I was getting the two mixed up. They're not venomous as well. They're very cute. I just went back to look at them. Oh wait, this one looks like a tiny little baby crocodile. See, I told you. Listen, you changed my opinion about one, not the whole. That's the thing. That's the thing. They're so cute. Their behavior is like a cat. They're so cool. See, lizards are just rad. I really like how lizards, like everything about their vibe, I'm really here with. Yeah, no, you're crazy. I'm only 5'5", can't do anything too big. To be fair, the only people I knew who wanted to own anacondas was a really, really short girl who used to work at a hotel with me. I think she was like 5'3", 5'4", or something like that, and she was like, no, I want to get like one of the giant guys. And I'm like, that's not good. That thing will eat you. Oh, that's fine. I can take my W. Yeah, exactly. You still get a W regardless, as long as you change your mind on my lovely babies. Yeah, no. I was so ready to go into that full of hatred in my heart, and I came away being like, wait, that is like one of the cutest things I've ever seen. So again, you got the win. Me is that. So you do want an anaconda? Okay. Oh, dang it, did we work at the same hotel together? Oh my gosh. Mina, we haven't been honest with you today. Huh? I imagine she's saying it like, huh? What do you mean? You haven't been honest with me? Just like being like very obvious that she knows. After class today, it was obvious we upset you. You could tell we weren't telling you something. Mina's demeanor changes. She looks glum and a little bitter. I just thought if you wanted to tell me, you would. I figured it was none of my business. But I know I don't do well with that sort of stuff. I don't like to admit it, but I don't like feeling left out. I mean, there is something to be said that, like, it's not wanting to be left out, especially by those who are close to you, is fine. But at the same time, if people are, like, discussing things without you being there that, as far as you know, don't pertain to you, it's, like, not fair for you to try and force yourself into that, essentially, especially if it's something between them. That's what's like, there's give and take to it. But especially since this actually did pertain to Mina, it's like, you know, a little iffy. It depends on the situation. Yeah, exactly. It depends on the situation. She's like, yeah, no duh, buddy. I knew this for a while. Yeah, no, I've known this literally ever since we went to the bathroom earlier today. Like, come on. Mina avoids eye contact, keeping her face pointed towards the table. Especially since you two make up half of my friend group, you know? Well, technically your friend group is 5 people, so they're 2/5 of it, but like, who's counting? Mina, we are really sorry for making you feel left out. I feel so bad when you left us after class. So I wanted to be honest with you, or at least as honest as I can be. Rio pauses for a moment to gather her composure before continuing to explain. The truth is, Jenna and I, well, it was really just me. Rio hesitates for a moment. I'm trying to play the role of matchmaker for someone I know. However, I can't reveal any identities because that wouldn't be fair to them. I'm sorry I didn't say this earlier. I feel bad for making you feel left out. Mina's reaction seems neutral and ambiguous. Wait. Rio and I are frozen in silence, waiting for Mina to respond. She thumps her palms on the table. Matchmaker? Oh, that's exciting. Mina surprises us with that thrilled smile. If anybody would get excited over playing matchmaker, it would definitely be Mina. Well, I have some strategies you might find useful. Oh, this is incredible. They're like, Rio and Jen are just gonna flip these strategies right back around on her. It depends a lot on who they are, but they might work nonetheless. Mina's excitement fills the air with a happy, playful energy that we all need at the moment. It is quite a relief that Mina took our news well. Despite the secondary intention of coming here to study statistics, I choose to not interrupt as Mina and Rio talk about their matchmaking ideas. It's so nice to see both of them happy. Oh, I forgot to ask. Jen, how was your night after the game? Did you have fun with Ray? Oh, shit. I intended on telling Rio about my encounter with Chloe. I was just too focused on asking her why she didn't come to the game. Now look who has poor memory. Oh, right. Well, it was fun. We went to this jazz pub in Old Town called Star and Still. Neither of us had been there before. Oh, a jazz pub? Nice. How was the music? It was good. They had a band. Cool, we should go sometime. I hesitate to tell them the details, but I figure there's no harm in it, right? Chloe was there. She was in the band and played saxophone. They were really good, actually. That's cool. I didn't even know she played an instrument. I should find out if she'll play there again. Who's Chloe? She's in our sociology course. I'm sure you've seen her before. She has a very particular style. She is like one of the coolest people you'll ever see around this entire town, alright? Oh yeah? She was in our philosophy class last semester, right? Wears a lot of black. She's really pretty. Yeah. Oh shit, did I say that out loud? I quickly keep talking before Rio and Mina can say anything. Chloe talked to me and Ray. Oh, and what did she say? She thanked us for being there. She told us she hopes to see us again. She actually winked at me too. Damn it, what am I saying? Mina gets closer to me and smirks. Oh, it sounds like you like each other. Absolutely not. I do not like her. She's a jerk. Oh, sorry, Jen. Was she being a jerk while you were at the pub? Well, no, she wasn't. She was fine. Though it was Ray who was the jerk. She was saying stuff in front of Chloe on purpose to embarrass me. Well, what do you mean? How did she embarrass you? I give a summary of the entire night. Mina teases me throughout my overview. Part of me wonders how Rio feels about my encounter with Chloe. She doesn't seem bothered at all, which is good. The rest of our time at the cafe goes as intended. We start pulling out our study materials and help each other. Though most of the help is directed towards Rio. Oh my gosh, hey Aspen, I feel like it's been like actual days since we've actually seen you. Also, I really like your room. Very green. Matches you. Rio and Jen are at my place this evening. I'm good to help them with their first big statistics assignment. Well, more specifically, I'm going to help Rio. I'ma pass out. Laters. It was so nice to talk to you. It was so nice to talk to you too, KK. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it. And I hope you have a great rest of your night. Good night. Oh, posture check? Oh, thank you, thank you. We had dinner downstairs before coming to my room. Dinner was excellent, Aspen. Yeah, that was good food. Thanks for having us over. Of course, no problem. I never asked because I'm guessing I know the answer, but I assume your parents are MIA. Given the context of Aspen's family life, that might be a very rude thing to ask. I might leave in 10 minutes to sleep slightly, but I'll stay a bit longer before heading off. No, you're absolutely fine. If you got, like, I always say this, if anyone needs to go to, like, for any reason, especially go to bed, I'm always like, no, please take care of yourself. So, yeah, no, like, everything's all good there. Oh, I'm glad you can stick around for a little bit, though. Yeah, I'm not even sure where they are, honestly. My parents are often away. Sometimes they don't even tell me where they are where they are going. They live their own lives and leave me to mine. Well, I can also, like, kind of understand that of, like, you live with someone and they, like, just kind of vanish, being, like, stressful. It is, again, like she said, like, they live their own lives. Although, like, I try, like, if I'm ever gonna be, like, away, even for, like, over a day, I, like, hey, like, this is where I'm gonna, like, be at, just so you're, like, aware, you know, like, that kind of thing. Just so, like, people don't need to worry. No one has to, like, wonder, like, oh, is he coming home tonight? Like, that kind of stuff, you know? Just to try and be, like, courteous of the people that I'm around. It gets lonely in the house a lot, but I'm okay. Sorry. Thanks, Jen. I'm fine, though. I'm used to it. It's a shame Mina couldn't come. Mina is also in Rio and Jen's statistics class. Even though I suspect she doesn't need as much help as Rio, it would still be nice if she was here. So, Aspen, what do you think about Mina? So smooth. So, the... smooth as butter that Rio is. She's trying to slide it in there so casually. Huh? What do you mean? Do you think she's a good... And Jen is right. Jen, I thought there was a chance that you'd be a little bit more smooth at this. Come on, girl. Do you think she's a good friend? Do you think she's smart? Do you think she's cute? Oh no, one of my Pokemon just got knocked off of a gym. That sucks. Oh no, why are they asking me this? Do they not think Mina is a good friend? Or smart? Or cute? Well, I think she's all of those things. Yeah. Do you think she's... I don't know. Flirty? Flirty? I'm not sure. Why? Did you see her flirting with someone? She once told me she thinks that Felix guy was hot. Was she flirting with Felix? Okay, I have to pull back. I don't want to seem too interested in who she's flirting with. No one in particular, no. Wait, who is this? Who is Felix again? Last year in our Scholastic writing course. Dyes his hair blue like Allie. Always wears those headphones. Oh, okay, yeah, I remember him. Don't worry, Aspen. I don't think Mina is flirting with Felix. Is that something you're worried about? Oh no. What? No, I'm not worried about anything. Okay, well, I never really got flirting. Huh? What do you mean you don't get it? To me, flirting feels inorganic. It feels forced or scripted. It's like a performance. It's like playing mind games. I so agree with Rio. It's so... Flirting is like... I don't know how many people are going to agree with this. I think like being like, haha, like flirting with someone, like trying to use the pickup lines is like cuter when you're already in a relationship. Because like, I don't know. It's like you're kind of doing it ironically, I guess. Yeah, if that makes sense. Whereas like not doing that and just trying to be like genuine with the person you're trying to like get to know or whatever. I'm like, that's where it's at. That's where it's like good. I'd rather just say what I mean. I want to be myself and let the conversation flow naturally. Exactly. Am I making any sense? Yeah, but I think for some people, being flirty is what feels more natural. Being more direct can be scary. Flirty can be the sort of ambiguous place that some people find fun, like a bit of a mystery. Well, I should say I don't mind being flirty. I've been told that I'm a flirtatious person when I'm like talking to people, but I don't like it's stuff like pickup lines or like actually trying to like use that to like get with somebody, if that makes sense. I'm not into like that kind of stuff. Like a bit of mystery. Some people like myself struggle with all of that stuff. I get way too nervous. For me, none of it comes naturally. I'm no good at that sort of thing. Both Jen and Rio start smirking at me. What are they up to? Well, Aspen, can we try and help you get better at flirting? What a dangerous question for your friends to ask. How exactly are we going to do that? It's not like either of you are experts. No offense. None taken. We can nonetheless share ideas and talk about our own experiences. Oh dear lord. We could also try some role play. Oh, please go the way of Undertale. Please go the way of Undertale. Listen, Rio's gonna be Aspen, Jen is gonna be Mina, and then Aspen is going to be Rio. Those are the roles. We just want to help, Aspen. We're your friends. I promise we aren't going to judge you. Right, Jen? Right, as long as you don't judge me, also. I'm no good at this sort of thing either. Well, okay. I guess we can try. But you both go first. Okay. It briefly looked like Jen was going to object to my suggestion, but Rio spoke first and immediately begins directing the stage. I step back and give them some space. Rio gets Jen into position and stands next to her. Hi, Jen. Hey, Rio? Oh, wow, those earrings look so cute on you. Oh, wait. Oh, I don't see no earrings. Alright, anyways. Thank you. For a moment, Jen is confused because she isn't wearing earrings. Okay. You know, sometimes I should just, like, let the visual novel just play out a little bit longer. Rio raises her hand and places the tips of her fingers on top of Jen's ears and slowly slides them down around the shell of her ear. Startled, Jen's face turns red and her mouth drops open. Rio? Oh, sorry, I got carried away. You're really pretty. Even I'm a little stunned by Rio's act. Oh my gosh. Oh, thanks. You're pretty too. Huh, you think so? Well, yeah, of course. Tell me then, what about me makes you think I'm pretty? Oh, come on, don't make me give you the details. Rio giggles in a lighthearted way. She gently pushes her shoulder against Jen's playfully, shoving her to the side. Are you embarrassed? You could say that, yeah. Rio slowly smiles while looking into Jen's eyes. Jen's cheeks turn pink as her gazes lock. Rio gently places her fingers on Jen's hand and then runs her fingertips slowly over it. Is this okay? Rio speaks softly, her face not far from Jen's. Yeah, it's fine. You have, I don't know how to describe it. It's like a glow. It draws me to you. So there's a book series I've been reading. Because a friend recommended it and she wants to like read it, so we like kind of sort of read it together. At least like the first one, because I haven't really done much with the second one yet. And in the first book, it's a romance novel, I should specify. There's a line in it where the main guy says to the main girl, you have very touchable skin. And I thought that was about to get repeated here, and I was gonna die. I was gonna have crash out so hard, because I'm like, no, this is not a thing that is like, listen, granted, maybe I'm just not the audience. I'm just like, that is like the least hot thing you could ever say to somebody. So if I had to go through seeing it twice, I was not gonna be okay. It draws me to you. Oh, I don't know what to say. Jen is more red than I've ever seen her before. Rio's comments seem to have her off guard. Jen looks down again, watching Rio still touching her hands with her fingertips. Are you okay, Jen? Rio says Jen's name in a soft and sultry voice, while continuing to slowly close the very small gap between them. Just watching them is making me blush. I feel like a voyeur. Yeah, you're fine. I mean, I'm fine, of course, because that was your question. Oh, I didn't mean to right-click, sorry. Rio's lips are so close to Jen's that it looks like they might kiss. Their breaths mingle with one another, and Jen doesn't pull away. Their proximity transforms the setting. It has reached a point where I don't know if they are role-playing anymore. They just completely forget that Aspen's here and that they're here to help Aspen, and they just keep flirting with each other like this. Rio lifts her hand off of Jen's, places it on Jen's waist, slowly runs her fingers down to Jen's hips, and softly squeezes. Oh my gosh, I think they actually forgot about Aspen here. At this point, Jen backs away from Rio, stammering nervously before sitting down in a small chair in the corner. Oh, good job, Jen. You're handling it so well. Good job, good job. But so valid. Okay, I'm just gonna sit here. Whoa, Rio. Well, we learned some useful information. Jen knows more about her own limits. Now that she has more experience being in that situation, she might not be as flustered next time. Oh, it's like exposure therapy. Okay. How did you do all of that? Like, what or who taught you to say and do those specific things? Well, media, I guess. Outside of very specific things, media is the most dangerous place to try and get any kind of like dating or flirting advice. See before where I said the line about you have very touchable skin. That is a thing that a psychopath says to someone before skinning them. I just emulated those people. Well, it looks so natural to you. I guess that means I'm a good actor then. Wait, if you were just testing Jen's limits, how far would you have been willing to go? Oh no. Rio looks briefly startled by my inquiry. Jen lifts her head to look at Rio from the corner. Well, I didn't get Jen's consent to go too far, so I would have stopped. I also want to see how Jen has progressed. Oh. Okay. Wait, progressed? Why didn't you tell me that? That would have ruined the experiment if you knew I wouldn't go that far. You might have felt more prepared and relaxed. That sounds like a good thing to me. Jen, I'm sorry. Are you upset? No, I'm not upset. I was just nervous and embarrassed. Aw, Jen. Rio walks over to Jen, sits next to her, and gives her a hug. At first, Jen doesn't move, but she eventually wraps her hand around Rio's forearm as they awkwardly sit in the tiny chair together. I still wonder what she meant by progressed. Have they done this before? I do need to hear that story. Well, now it's your turn, Aspen. Whoa, I don't think I'm prepared for all that. Rio briefly titters at my reply. No, this time I'll be the target of desire. Oh, okay, I can try that. So, just imagine me as... I like to imagine that she was just about to say Mina, but then had to like avert like as fast as she could. Someone you have a crush on. Okay, well, what if I'm not crushing on anyone right now? Well, then imagine me as a hypothetical person you have a crush on. Okay, I get it. Just breathe, relax, listen to your intuition. Trust it and it will come naturally. Easy for her to say. I take a deep breath before I approach Rio. I honestly can't believe I'm about to do this. Hey! You? Hello, Aspen, it's good to see you. Ah, I'm glad you feel that way. I pause for a moment, trying to remember Rio's tactics on Jen. You look super cute in that choker. Wait, is she thinking of Chloe? Chloe wears a choker, right? Is she thinking of Chloe right now? Aw, thank you. I got it recently. How have you been doing? Well, I wasn't doing well, but I'm doing better now that I'm with you. Her voice gets soft and her demeanor delicate. Oh, never mind. I scoot myself closer to my crush. In my mind, Rio is slowly replaced with Mina. Oh yeah, Mina does wear a choker, right. What's wrong? Is everything okay? Oh, whoa. Hello? Did that appear? Hang on. Is that appearing on OBS? No, I don't think it is. I think that might just be like my monitor messing up then. Okay. It was flashing pretty aggressively there for a second, but it looks like everything's all good now. Again, yeah, I think that was just my monitor messing up right there, I think. My parents and grandparents are arguing again. It was bad this time. Oh, I'm sorry to hear. Well, I just want you to know that I'll always be here for you. Let me know if you need anything. She smiles at me warmly. Thank you so much. I can always count on you. I'm not sure what else to say, but it doesn't take long for her to speak up. Why though? Why are you so willing to go out of your way for me? Isn't it burdensome? I feel a confidence well up inside me. I want to reassure her that she's a priority in my life. You are my friend and I care about you. I'm made happier if you are happy too. If I'm able to help you, then that's what I'll do. She lowers her head slightly and smiles. My lingering confidence encourages me to be forthright. Blech. I place my finger below her chin and lift her face so our eyes can meet. I mean it. Aspen, thank you. I'm lucky to have you in my life. I'm lucky to have you in mine. I suddenly become aware of what I've done, and my boldness shocks me. I immediately feel bashful. I don't want to go back home tonight. I don't want to be around them when they act like this. You can stay with me tonight if you'd like. Mina looks up at me with her apricot eyes. It's so easy for me to get lost in them. I'm just waiting for Aspen to accidentally slip up and be like, okay, Mina, and just like out herself in front of both of them. Are you sure? Would you really be okay with that? Of course, I'm here for you. She rests her head on my upper arm, and I rest my head on hers. I look down to see her hand resting by her side. I nervously gather what little courage I have left and reach out to place my palm on hers. She seamlessly laces her fingers between mine and gives me a tight yet brief squeeze. Mina slowly moves her head up to face me. I love you, Aspen. I feel a rush in my body, adrenaline is flowing and my heart is pounding. My face feels hot as my eyes stay locked on hers and the words escape my lips. Oh, it happened. It happened 5 seconds after I said it. Oh, let's go. I love you too, Mina. Then, not the, that was like basically a Vine boom that just happened, just boom. dot. Yeah, pre-watch. Sorry, everyone. I actually pre-read this visual novel. The rumor comes out. It's true. Oh. I would, honestly, as much as, like, that's probably a thing that people do, I don't think I ever going to understand, like, I guess I sort of understand it, like, why you would, like, pre-watch something that you're going to, like, be reacting or playing to it, so you can, like, think of jokes ahead of time, like, that kind of thing, or things to say about it, but it's like, but for me, that ruins the fun of actually reacting to it. Unless I put it out there like, hey, I know all the things, let's yap about all of it. I'm like, I have more fun when I'm going into things blind. Rio's so pleased with herself. Look at her. Oh my gosh. Oh, shit.
The curriculum of life is unpredictable. A nebulous syllabus is prescribed. Some assignments are harsher than others. We may find ourselves challenging the rubric.
Beautiful. Beautimus. Also, we're in Act 2. Look at that. Progress. Not long after, the 6th, the 8th of summer. I want one of those, like, not long after things be replaced with, like, something like 5 seconds later. I can't believe that just happened. Once I started imagining you as Mina, I got lost in the roleplay. I also can't believe you both already knew. I guess I haven't been great about hiding it, have I? Not really. It's okay, Aspen. We promise not to tell anyone if you don't want us to. Does Allie know? Yeah, she does. I take a deep breath to try and pull myself together. I just hope Mina doesn't find out. Why do you need to hide your feelings from Mina? Because it's risky. I don't want my feelings to potentially harm our relationship. What if I tell her how I feel? What if telling her how I feel changes everything? Oh. Yeah, I can relate to that. Also, I don't know if she's ready. I'm sure she is still reeling from losing Ian. See, that's a very fair thing, because for me, hang on, I just had to scoot forward. I'm so sorry, I bumped everything. The way my heart works is that, like, I need to become really, really good friends with someone before I can ever start developing anything even close to, like, romantic feelings for them. So anytime I do develop romantic feelings for someone, it does become, like, that potential risk of, like, harming it, or like things like working out, like that kind of stuff. Thankfully, whenever it has happened, it's like, how do I put this without going into too much personal detail? Basically, it always works out, whether we just, like, stay very good friend, that's the thing. The way I try to put it to people, this is a good way to put it, is no matter how you feel, I don't want things between us to change, essentially. So, like, if you don't feel the same way towards me, I still want to stay friends because you were my friend before any of these feelings popped up. So I want to keep that relationship. That, like, if you go in and preference, like, hey, I'm not gonna judge you and I'm okay with however you feel, people tend to be a lot more okay with saying no and then being friends. It's crazy how if you actually, like, try to be considerate of other people's emotions and how they might feel about things and don't expect a response from them of a certain kind, people are very okay. You know, like, communicating is a very good skill to have. Yup. Thank you, Social. Thank you. Sometimes I just, like, I start yapping and I lose myself in, like, thoughts to try to explain it, that I'm like, I don't think I'm making any sense right now, but I'm glad I am. Because, yeah, it just comes down to having open communication with people. Like, here's my feelings. Here are sort of like how we can go about this. How about you? How are you feeling? And then we talk about how their feelings, and then like yada yada yada, and then we both just healthily communicate with each other. It's crazy. It's crazy. Well, to be fair, Aspen, she'll probably continue to be affected by Ian's death for many years. But what I was gonna say was, but it's also very fair for Aspen to be like, no, like, because Ian's death wasn't a crazy long time ago. So her, excuse me, I'm so sorry, I'm so ill-mannered. Her being hesitant about that fact is so warranted. Because it was only like a couple months ago that it happened, right? So it hasn't even really, in the feelings of losing someone, it hasn't been that much time passed. So it's so fair to be like, I need to look out for her feelings, and I don't want to like try to rush her into anything. Because even if Mina does have feelings for Aspen, trying to move into stuff like that could ruin it. I don't think you're wrong to be worried about it. It's hard to tell whether or not she's ready. I don't think you need to be in a hurry either. Yeah, I doubt she'll be trying to partner with anyone else anytime soon. And even if she does, and I don't know how you feel about this, Aspen, but that wouldn't stop her from partnering with you. What do you mean? Well, she and Ian were open, so she may prefer to be in a polyamorous partnership. Oh. Mina is polyamorous? I had no idea. That changes a lot. Aspen, you okay? Oh, I'm just feeling weird now. Oh, damn, sit down. What's going on? We sit on the edge of the bed. The initial shock of it all recedes a little after I relax. Sorry, I didn't know that about Mina. I don't know if I could be poly. Oh, well, you don't have to be. What do you mean? If she's poly, wouldn't she want to be in a polyamorous partnership? I'll let Rio take this one. She's the expert. Rio giggles a little. She does have four parents, and she is also polyamorous herself. So it makes sense that she'd know more about the subject than both me and Jen. The term ambiamorous, did I pronounce that correctly? Ambiamorous is a label used to refer to a person who's capable of practicing both monomery or polyamory. I think I pronounced all that correctly. Look at me go. I'm so based. Well, I don't know if Mina is polyamorous. She could be ambiamorous. I like saying that word, ambiamorous. Pretty close. You know what? Pretty close. I'll take that. I'll take being pretty close. Also, it is possible for someone who is polyamorous to date someone who is monomerous. It's more rare, but my friend Minerva is in a situation like that. She's polyamorous, and her primary partner, Lucas, is monogamous. Lucas is happy with her arrangement. They've been together for over 5 years and have lived together for about 3 of those 5. They are an example of how it can work. Lucas knows that Minerva's partnerships with other people have no bearing on how much she loves him. Rio's example helps, but it's really hard for me to imagine myself in that sort of partnership. However, it might be best to not focus on that at the moment, and instead focus on the relationship with Mina. What do you mean, Rio? I care for Mina, but I'm not polyamorous, and I wouldn't want to be in a polyamorous partnership. I'm sorry, Aspen. You're right, you're allowed to grieve about this. I'm not trying to imply you shouldn't. But I don't think there's anything else you can do at the moment. You can't change the way Mina experiences love. I know, I'm sorry. I was just feeling trepidatious. I know how to pronounce the word, I promise. Trepidatious over Mina being polyamorous. Rio looks at me with a concerned expression. She scoots closer, takes my hand, and begins to speak. Everyone has their own needs and desires in a partnership. It's normal to want those needs and desires fulfilled, at least in part by our partners. That's why it's important to talk about expectations early. It helps avoid confusion or hurt later on. Oh my gosh, look at Rio being real. Just literally talking about almost what we were saying earlier. Just like, hey, listen, it turns out that the key to any healthy relationship is communication. You need to set these expectations early so one person isn't wanting something that the other doesn't, and vice versa, so then people don't get hurt. Oh my gosh, crazy. Sometimes, no matter how much we care, there's an incompatibility, and trying to force things to work can cause more harm than good. When someone would need to change when someone would need to change who they fundamentally are as a person to make things work, that's not compromise, that's erasure. Oh my gosh, that's so true. That's so true. I've talked to so many friends who have been in relationships where either they or their partner feel the need to change like a key aspect of who, like a very big part of who they are. And I've always had that same thought of like, if you really need to change this much of who you are for this person, then maybe you two just aren't the right people, because you are changing, like, again, like a fundamental part of who you are. And I'm like, I don't know, like, obviously, like, there are like small changes that you can make for your partner. That's compromising. But when it comes to like changing you as an entire person, it's like that's not how that works. That said, I don't think you and Mina are incompatible. It's clear she cares about you. However, you shouldn't hold on too tightly to the idea that everything will work out. Sometimes love doesn't take the shape we expect. It's hard, but letting go of that fixed idea can help you make space for whatever's more organic between the both of you. I haven't thought about these things in detail before. I only know that I love Mina. Though, I've wished for us to be together. I haven't thought about our future together, partnership or otherwise. And Aspen, if it makes you feel better, I think I struggle with that type of partnership too. So you aren't alone in feeling the way you feel. I was about to say, I'm gonna wait for Rio's, I should have said it before, but I was gonna wait for Rio's face to fall, and she kind of did. So I'm like, but I don't know if it's because she's like emotional now because of everything going on here, or if she's like, oh, I didn't want that answer from you, Jen. That kind of thing. I find myself wanting to cry. I look at Jen and she nods as if to encourage me to let it out, and so I do. It's hard to think about everything they've said and how it's possible that none of this will turn out well for me. Okay. I think it's just because of the emotions in the moment. But the thoughts of Mina are not the only ones I'm thinking. I also feel so happy to have friends like Rio and Jen who care about me this much and are willing to support me. Thank you both so much for being here for me. Of course. I'm sorry. Wait, I wasn't trying to demoralize you? Oh my gosh, did we find a typo? Whoa. I wasn't trying to demoralize you. God, let's go. See, that's what I'm here for. I'm here to catch it. Not ironically, that's one of my favorite things to do is with published books. If I find any type of like typo like that, I take a picture of it and there's someone I send it to and we both just get a laugh at it because I just think it's silly. Because it's like, it's so hardly a big deal, at least in my eyes. Like, I know some people get really antsy about it, but I'm like, it's a thing that has like 100,000 words in it. One of them being messed up's not that big of a deal. I just get a laugh. We'll be here to help you through and through. Thanks, you two. I'm glad that I'll have their help processing this, but I can't help but worry that this will be an issue in the future. However, I love Mina, and I still want to wait for the right moment. I just need to collect my thoughts. I'll think about this later when my mind is more at ease. Days later, the 70th of summer. I sent a message in the group chat that Allie and I are going to the cafe. As the semester starts to pick up, everyone seems to be more busy. Man, have we had a scene from Allie's perspective? I think she's the only character of like the 5 main. Well, I guess Chloe's technically in like the Chloe is in the main group, I suppose. It's just like there's like the 5 main girls and then Chloe. I think the only characters we haven't had scenes from the perspective of are Allie and Chloe up to this point. And that was just the only thing I just realized right there. I'm like, oh, I'm excited for like whenever that happens, if it does. Okay, I'm free now. I can chat. So what's poppin'? Not much. We just got through an emotional scene, relationships developing, that kind of stuff. A lot of talks about clear and good communication. Tracy, what's your thoughts and opinion on clear and good communication? This is just when it turns out that you have a hot take that it sucks. Only Rio, Jen, and Aspen narrate. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Oh, then I guess that does, like, I wanted to put Mina in the group of characters that we haven't had a perspective from yet, but then I was like, we might have at the game, but then I was like, that might have also been from Aspen, so I didn't want to like counter out immediately, so I wasn't sure. But okay, so we get like half of the people, half of the cast from their perspective. I sent a message in the group chat. I read that part already. Aspen has the science club. Rio has her art projects. Allie spends a lot of time at the garden and at the temple. Mina has family obligations. However, Allie and I managed to find time to hang out today. We place our orders, get our drinks, and take a seat at our usual table. How did damage control go with Mina? It actually went well. Crisis averted. That's great to hear. As we wait for our drinks, Allie closes her eyes and I enjoy the chill music. However, I can't prevent my mind from wandering. There are a few things I've been thinking that I want to talk to Allie about. I do sometimes wonder if we take advantage of Allie's wisdom. I enjoy her company and I'm not trying to use her for advice, but lately when we hang out, I have the urge to talk to her about my life to see if she can help me. I feel that so hard. No, I feel that from Allie's perspective very, very hard. I wonder if that is fair. No, again, this goes back to the clear communication we were talking about. If Allie didn't like it, then she'd tell you to stop. You know what I mean? You should have that kind of friendship where you can like rely on each other to be honest like that. You okay, Jen? Something on your mind? You could say that. Does it bother you at all that I ask your advice all the time? Well, I think you're exaggerating when you say all the time, but no, it doesn't bother me. I just never want you to feel like I'm using you. Jen, I don't believe you do that to me. You don't have to worry. Do you have something you want to talk about? Well, yeah, it's about Rio. What about her? Well, we went to Aspen's house yesterday. We were intending to study, and though we eventually did, it didn't start off that way. It looks like I've captured Allie's attention. Before we got to Aspen's place, Rio and I were talking, and she had this silly plan to get Aspen to talk about Mina and maybe even roleplay. Long story short, Aspen agreed, and we tried it under the guise of improving our flirting skills. Oh, interesting. Sounds like something Rio would conjure up. You can say that again. However, cause of the way things started, Rio and I started, which wasn't part of the plan. She complimented me and became playful, as you might expect of someone who is flirting, but then she touched me. She held my hand and stroked the back of my hand with her finger. She also played with my ear. And how did that make you feel? She takes out a clipboard, starts leaning back in the chair. Just turns into a full therapy session. Flustered, I guess. This feeling came over me. Her face got so close to mine that I thought she was gonna kiss me. Allie leans in closer. She seems intrigued by where this is going. She didn't, though. And then she immediately leans back, suddenly uninterested. But she kept moving closer and closer to me, and I thought to myself afterwards, would I have kissed her back if she kissed me? And when I was thinking about it, a part of me wanted to kiss her. I wanted to kiss Rio. It ended with Rio when Rio placed her hand on my hip. It surprised me and I couldn't handle it. My mind was all over the place. Haven't you and Rio had sex before? Well, I just wasn't expecting that after how she was reacting to everything. Rio 2011, unironically. So Rio was a movie I watched when it first came out, back when I was a wee little tyke. And then years later, I completely forgot about it until the Rio trend started on TikTok. Does everyone know what I'm talking about when I say the Rio trend? Because what I mean by that is the thing where people dress up like the main the main human girl in the bird costume and just starts dancing around. I'm like, why is this suddenly becoming a thing? No, I have no clue, lol. Okay, so there's a scene. Have you seen Rio, the movie? Have you seen? I'm guessing you have, by the fact that you just yoinked that right on out of your pocket, ready to go. But yeah, no, there's the scene, not since it came out, same. But this trend reactivated memories in me, specifically of having a huge crush on the main person of the main human girl again. But there's a scene at the end of the movie where they're like doing like a big old dance, like, oh my gosh, we beat the bad guys, yada yada, let's celebrate and stuff like that. And I don't remember the exact context of it, but for some reason she dresses up with like feathers and like with the birds and stuff, and she starts like just busting it down. And for some reason on TikTok, that scene resurfaced. People started like putting a bunch of like how do I put like funky music over it, and then people started cosplaying it and reenacting it. I'm like, why did Rio 14 years later suddenly become relevant again? That's just the beauty of the internet, as these things that like completely fall out of the back of your mind just suddenly become a thing again. Also, apparently there's a third one. I had no idea. I only know about the soccer one where the birds play soccer, I think. And that is it. I have no idea what the third one is even about. I just randomly found it. There's a third. Yes, there is a third one. There's a third Rio movie. I was looking for a place to watch the first Alien movie because I've never seen it before, and I still haven't, just because I started looking for where to watch the first Alien movie like 2 days ago, and I just haven't taken the time to actually sit down and watch it. Because I do watch a lot of stuff while I work, but I'm like, I think with a good horror movie, you have to lock in and give it your full attention to get like really the full effect on it. If it's kind of like, because during sorry, we're going on such a tangent right now. During October, I watch a new horror movie every single day, but 99% of them are like the crappy garbage bin, like, we're just gonna make this for like $500 and quickly throw it up onto Amazon Prime, those kind of like horror movies. So I can definitely like watch those in the background while I'm like working and stuff. Wait, is there no, there is a Rio 3. Hang on. Wait, what? Wait, is there not a Rio 3? Did I lie to myself? Hang on. Let me pull this back over. Did you ever watch the Bye Bye Man 2017? No, but I did hear it was terrible. I just don't think it's been on anything at the time of me watching it. I don't think it's been on any of the things. Because I'm sure it's on Amazon Prime now, but hang on. Okay, so Rio 3 isn't out. Rio 3 is just coming. It is on its way. And it had a first, unless this is a fake trailer, it had a first trailer drop not too long ago, but there are IMDb articles. The official like Blue Sky Studios wiki has been updated for Rio 3. Oh my gosh, wait, no. Hang on. I think I can, hang on. The plot's developing. Let me go over here. Please load. Please load. Don't reload. Please load. Hang on. I'm sorry, this is taking so long. This is the dumbest thing to get sidetracked for as well. Hang on. No, it's not here. Hang on. This is where I found out about it though. I found, apparently for some reason, Alien is owned by Disney, which I had no idea of. I don't think it's a Lucasfilm thing or anything, so I have no idea why it's on Disney Plus, but this is where I found it. Hang on. Where is it? There's like a news section, isn't there? Where is it? This is gonna drive me insane. No, I can't find. But here is where I saw like a notification like Rio 3 yada yada yada. But yeah, no, I mean it is coming, and it is premiering specifically on Disney Plus. That's what I'm seeing. So Yeah, anyways, sorry about that. I know that truly no one could care less about Rio and the fact that it's about to become a trilogy, but then like as soon as I looked it up and Rio 2 was the only thing that popped up for the first like little bit of the first Google page, I'm like, oh my gosh, did I trick myself? It was so bad I couldn't stop laughing. That's what I've heard. I've heard that it is truly an awful movie, so I should watch it. There's that, and then there's also like, isn't there the Candyman? I think that's also one. Hang on. Bye Bye Man. There's gonna be a Bye Bye Man too. Why? No one liked this movie. No one liked it. Where to watch? Okay, yeah, no, so I can. Oh gosh, it has an 18% on Rotten Tomatoes. It has a 4.3 on Prime Video. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, I definitely need to watch that one of these days. I think I might save that for October. Because again, that's where I watch a new one every day. Granted, I could only tell you about the name of like 2 or 3 of them that I watch because they all do just kind of blend together. Okay, so Candyman is on everything, but you have to pay for it on everything except for on Peacock. Are you kidding me? Who's renting the Candyman? I'm sorry, this sorry. Did you also know that there's a Titanic 2? I've heard that they were making a Titanic 2. I thought it was a bit. I thought it was a joke. Because here's the thing, there's already a Titanic 2. It is an animated film. I think it's something, it has like the most generic like, no, it came out in 2010. Oh, are we talking about the same thing then maybe? Because there's an animated. Oh dear God, we're not, wait. Okay, this is definitely a fan-made trailer. You can never know. Yeah, I feel like you have to click on the trailer to actually like find out if they're like real or not. Wait. Oh my gosh, wait. No. There are articles about it. Hang on. There is going to be a new Titanic 2. Yeah, no, this is the one I'm looking at, but thank you for the image, Tracy. Yeah, I did see that one. There are articles that have been getting released over the course of April about a new Titanic 2. Titanic 2: The Return of Jack. It's available for free because it was so bad that the director on YouTube. Wait. Titanic 2. 2025. This can't be real. Also, yeah, no, the Titanic 2 had a 15%. Also, sorry, Social, for causing the tangent. Listen, this isn't as bad as the hot boy tangent we went on earlier, so it's fine. Okay. So it looks like Titanic 2 is currently just a rumor right now, but there's enough rumors about it that it, again, is having like IMDb and like articles like written about it and stuff like that. Oh my gosh, wait, no, hang on. Some recent posts online have fans convinced that a sequel to 1997's Titanic, titled Titanic 2, The Return of Jack, is set to release in 2025. There's no way this is real. This is the dumbest idea I've ever, like, Titanic 2 has always been like a dumb, stupid, dumb idea in everyone's head of like, haha, you know we're really out of it when we get to the point where we're making Titanic 2. But again, I guess this is the third Titanic 2. Hang on, I need to Titanic Titanic 2 animated. Yeah. This is released in 2000, the year 2000. It is called Titanic, The Legend Goes On. It is an animated film. Oh, what was it about? What was it about? I haven't seen this in so long. I think the bit is literally just that they're running back the Titanic. They're like, it failed the first time, let's do it again. And I think, oh, you can also find this one just on YouTube for free because it also has like a 1.5 on IMDb. But they just do the bit again. They were like, it was so funny the first time, we're doing it again. And I think the ship also sinks at the end of this one. So, this is going to, if they do make Titanic 2, The Return of Jack, it's going to be the third Titanic 2. That's incredible. What a timeline we live in. Anyways, back to the story. Well, yeah, but that was in secondary school. The term ardent has changed over time to mean romantic and or sexual and has maintained that meaning over the last 20 years. Good to know, because I would not have read the word that way at all. Rio is my friend. I feel like I can't have ardent feelings for her like this. Why? Did you not have ardent feelings for her back then? Well, yes, I do. I did. I know I can have ardent feelings for her. But that's not what I'm getting at. I was lying awake last night, wondering if there were times before when I felt something else, even if I didn't realize it then. A part of me didn't want to spend the time to do that. Like, if I were to follow through with my ardent feelings for Rio, then maybe our friendship would be over. It's like something inside me doesn't want to risk it. Do you think Rio is the type of person that would abandon your friendship because your feelings have changed? Well, no, but... Oh boy, do I feel that! I feel like, to an extent, that's definitely something that everyone can relate to a little bit. I think the thing with me is, we already talked about how I pursue romantically before, but the thing with me is, when I do have feelings for someone, you just go for it, you know, and you just bank on your ability to effectively, like, handle the situation emotionally for it to not ruin things between you guys, you know? It's sort of like, I have faith in myself, and I have faith in the person I'm telling this to, that will be okay, you know? That's how I look about it, because it's like, I've never... Like, I understand it's because of, like, anxiety and, like, fear of rejection and stuff like that, but I've never been in the camp of people who are like, oh, I have feelings for this person. I can't tell them. I'm like, oh, I have feelings for this person. I think I should go talk to them about it, you know, see if they feel the same. If they don't, we can figure out how to move on immediately. Like, it's like, but that's how I am with a lot of things. Like, if there's something I really, truly want, it's like, well, yeah, I'm gonna go get it, you know? Obviously, if it's, like, physically possible, like, if it's something, like, absurd, like, oh, man, I just want $1 billion right now, obviously, I'm not just gonna, like, go and try to win the lottery, because that's, like, stupid. It has to be, like, has a logical through line to it. That's where I'll, like, follow through and get the things that I want. I lost so many friendships right after confessing I just gave up. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to hear about that, Tracy. That's really hard. I only haven't lost a friendship once after confessing, and that's my bestie. Well, good on your bestie. Because again, to me, it shows amount of emotional maturity to be able to do that. On both parts, you know? Like, if you handle it well and are willing to, like, listen and be, like, okay with it, and, like, they aren't able to handle, like, the idea of you even, like, I don't know how to put it. Because it's not necessarily, like, them having, like, the idea of you having feelings for them that, like, ruin it, but some people just can't handle that kind of situation. You know what I mean? Again, on both sides. So I think it has a lot to do with that and how people can handle it. So, well, I'm really sorry. That's really hard. Well, no, but something inside of me is begging to stop talking about this. I can't deal with it right now. Sorry, I can't talk about this anymore. I know I just told you all of that, but I've run out of mental energy. I'm sorry. worry. I'm glad you got a chance to talk about those feelings and lighten your burden a little bit. When you're ready, I'll be here to talk about it. Thanks, Allie. You're so helpful. Of course. However, I have to ask, how did it end up? Did Aspen roleplay also? Oh yeah! It seemed like Rio was roleplaying as Mina. Aspen got lost in the role and slipped up. It was actually quite funny. Did Rio manipulate Aspen? I mean, yeah, kind of. I don't think so. Rio was playing around. She was acting. She's an actor. I don't think she expected Aspen to get sucked into it at all. I see. Oh no, did we fuck up? Well, I wasn't there, so I'm not sure. But I'll ask Rio more about it later. Okay. I'll text Rio later and warn her about Allie's intentions to question her. So, how have you been? Well, I've been busy and will continue to be. Oh, gosh, she is just me, huh? We have a lot happening on the south side. I enjoy the courses, but it does put us in the sun often. It's been sweltering lately. They're taking care of us, though. Professor Minetti is making sure we are hydrated and protected from the sun. I'm honestly surprised they've got you doing all that. Don't they use bots for planting and harvesting? For the most part, yes. Then why are you all out there? It seems pointless. Well, think of it this way. In primary school math, we're encouraged to solve equations ourselves even though we have the technology to do the computations for us. We need to demonstrate that we understand what's happening behind the scenes, and in doing so, we develop more mathematical competency. Huh, reading's hard today. I see, like getting your hands dirty and being out there with the food helps you understand that process better. Exactly. Also, many of us get fulfillment from working with the earth. I love working at the academy farm the same way I love working in the garden at the temple. I remember when we were younger, you'd spend a lot of time out there. I remember when you volunteered more often. Hey! Allie smiles and slightly chuckles at me. It's nice seeing her laugh. It doesn't seem to happen often. It's okay, I'm just joking. Oh, I didn't mean to click that again. Sorry. I'll volunteer again one day, I promise. Don't worry about it. I know gardening isn't for everyone, and we complete what needs to get done. Still, I remember when Rio and I worked in the garden with you the summer before we started secondary school. We had fun those days, just spending time with one another. I remember we ate a tomato straight from the vine. It was refreshing. Oh, the thing I will judge you so for. I will judge you so harshly. Because I love tomatoes on sandwiches or in salads or as like, like being made into like dip essentially. Like it's so good. I've tried just taking a tomato and taking a chunk out of it like an apple, and it's so gross. Tomato is not something you can eat on its own. It needs to be complementary to something else. I can't take it. Tomatoes don't grow on vines, Jen. Whatever, let me be nostalgic. Allie and I laugh together. My laugh is much louder than hers, drawing the attention of other patrons. Tomatoes are 90% water and 10% sucking on their own. I get it. But that is why they are refreshing, is because they are 90% water. I like no. I like tomatoes too, just not on their own. I can't. I've tried so many times. You don't like tomatoes? Like, hang on, we need to set more ground rules. Social, do you like tomatoes in general or on their own? And Tracy, do you dislike tomatoes in general or on their own? Both? Okay. Only a little bit of judgment there. No, I tease. It's just, I've tried it, and the experience was genuinely so awful that when I see other people do it, I like, I hate it. I dislike tomatoes in general, same with avocado. People would never guess I mix. You hate avocado? I love avocados. I don't like it on toast, but I like it in almost any other way. Granted, I like it in... Avocado toast is the most, like, bougie thing. ever. Even though it is just avocados being spread on bread. But I don't really like that. But I love avocados in sandwiches. I love it in... Oh gosh, there was something I made not too long ago that had avocado in it. This is gonna make me look like such a fake avocado fan, but I can't think of anything I put it in. But I also love guacamole. Guacamole and salsa together is so... Oh my gosh, it's the best combination. Or in salads, or like anywhere. See, I can eat avocados on their own. Those are things I can just like, I'll buy some from the store and just slice them up and just yum, 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 yum. It's so good. The texture is way too mushy for my artistic self. See, I think for me, if it was any mushier, I couldn't handle it. But it's like that right, perfect amount of mush for me. Which isn't a sentence I ever thought I'd say. It's like a Goldilocks and the Three Bears. It is just right for me. I really like it. But when you say you don't like tomatoes, do you also dislike salsa and like ketchup and like or like tomato sauce? Tomato sauce? Oh my gosh. Like I make taco soup probably once, and my taco soup slaps. It's so good. And again, I don't like tomatoes on their own. I do be putting a lot of tomato sauce in there. The flavor I don't enjoy, but I could stomach it if the texture was better. The flavor's good though. The flavor's so good. It complements. Avocado is another thing where I can eat it on its own, but it complements so well into so many things. Like there is a sandwich place, and the only time I get sandwiches from there right now are to get avocado sandwiches. Oh, Ragu. Oh. See, there's so many good... so many good things. This conversation is making me hungry. I was like... I tend to eat pretty early in the day and then just have a snack later in the night. Just because my days... Like, specifically on days where I work out. Because my days go... I wake up, I have a very light snack, then I go and work out and burn like a bajillion calories, approximately 1.6 billion. If you wanted to know, and then I come home, have lunch. But because of how many calories I burnt at my workout, I then tend to have early quote-unquote dinner at like 4 or 5 p.m. and then I have a really light snack like right before stream starts essentially. And I usually am like 100% fine with this. This conversation and me thinking about all the things I like tomatoes and avocados with, I am so hungry now, out of nowhere. Ketchup can be depending on what I put it on. Fried eggs and... Wait, miga? What are migas? Migas. Oh, wait. Oh, wait, I love the idea of this. It comes from a subreddit called Eat Cheap and Healthy. Oh my gosh. Scrambled eggs and crispy corn tortilla strips or chips. This includes other ingredients like onion, garlic, salsa, cheese, cilantro. Oh my gosh. That sounds amazing. That's being added to the list of things to make. These are tortillas with unscrambled eggs, but actual unprocessed tomatoes, just no. Yeah, no, I'm in the same boat. I do wish that I did like them, because like you said, they are 90% water. Like, when I did take the bite of the one, I did feel very refreshed after. I just hated doing it. But anyways, if Allie is going to be busy for the remainder of the semester, I'm glad I get to hang out with her now. Who knows when we'll have opportunities like this in the future? The 70th of summer. The 73rd of summer, my apologies. Days later. See, I totally think Rio knew what she was doing, because again, she just had like the biggest like, yeah, I just did that look on her face ever. After class, I decided to go to my favorite spot again to relax. Despite it being lunchtime, I'm not really... Oh, I love this outfit so much. I'm not really hungry at the moment. Though if I don't eat, I'm sure I'm going to regret it in a few hours. Nonetheless, with my flask of tea in hand, I head to the tree. Oh, let's go, Chloe. As I pass by the corner of the building, I see Chloe alone, leaning against the wall just like last time. She appears to be eating. She notices me and our eyes meet. I wave and smile at her before heading through the tree line. I reach the tree, take a deep breath, and enjoy the aroma of the environment. I turn around and take a seat. I see Chloe finishing her meal. I open my flask and take a sip of tea. Leaning back, I close my eyes, enjoying the songs of the birds and the shade of the forest provides me. In the distance, I can still hear a few people talking and a bus driving nearby, but most of those sounds are muffled by the trees. With my eyes closed, I take several deep breaths and appreciate the peace. It doesn't last long before I can hear footsteps getting louder and louder as someone approaches me. I assume that it's Chloe. She's most likely done with her meal by now. I wonder what she wants. I open my eyes slowly to see her standing over me. With her standard irascible having or showing tendency to be easily angered. Irascible? Oh, I like it. Oh, also, wow, so dark and mysterious. No, for real. She's dark and mysterious to the right degree. I really like her. She holds out towards me what appears to be a little over half of a vegetable roll. You don't plan on having lunch, do you? Her insight takes me off guard for a moment. How did you know? You never get here this early. That's fair. I look at her offering. It appears she has taken a bite already. You don't have to take it if you don't want to. No, I appreciate you. Thanks, this will help. I lean towards her to take the vegetable roll and start to eat. Cabbage, carrots, bean sprouts. It tastes fresh. Tree again? It doesn't look very comfortable. It is, though. Once I relax and lean back, it's perfect. She raises an eyebrow, looking skeptical. After a moment, she takes a seat next to me. I'm happy that she feels comfortable enough to join me, but I certainly didn't expect it. Well, what do you think? Yeah, I was right. Not comfortable at all. I don't have much cushion. Oh, is the ground too hard? For a second, though, I thought Rio was going to say, please sit on my lap instead. I thought that's the direction she was going to go. Irascible is actually the word used for the Pokemon ability Anger Point in Spanish. Oh, wait, that's cool. That honestly sounds a lot like Anger Point does sound cool, but irascible or erasable, however you pronounce it properly, sounds so rad. Well, I guess that might be true, but I was talking more about not having much of an ass. I giggle a little and Chloe follows. She then playfully says, "Don't make fun of me." Oh, I'm not. There's nothing to make fun of after all. Get her, Rio, get her. Before I could realize what I just said, Chloe looks at me with a slight smirk. Oh no, I didn't mean it that way. I can't help but laugh out loud. With no intention of doing so, I stumble into a joke. I meant there isn't a reason to make fun of your body. You look great after all. Oh? You think so? Chloe looks away from me with a flushed face. Her briefly startled reaction implies my words were unexpected. Gosh, everyone here is so easily flustered. Yeah, of course. Thanks. When I first met Chloe last year, she was aloof and solitary. I tried to be friends with her, and though she talked to me in return, she didn't put much effort into our conversations. The beginning of the semester didn't start off well either. But now, here we are, sitting together surrounded by trees and just talking. So, how have you been anyway? She shakes off her blush and turns to me with a sour look on her face. Before she can speak, I finish her thought for her. Proper shit? Motionless, Chloe stares at me for several seconds. But then she follows up with a sudden rowdy laugh. Yes, absolutely. How could you possibly have known? Her sarcasm makes me smile. These little moments make it clear to me that we are becoming better friends. Chloe looks around at her surroundings. She seems to take a moment to really soak in the scenery. Do spaces like this inspire your art? I look around at our current setting. It does look like something I'd paint. Perhaps they do. I love nature. Well, Bianca, you're good at what you do, that's for sure. Aw, thank you, Chloe. I enjoy the rare compliment from Chloe, but she doesn't seem to like my reaction. She appears allergic to anything heartfelt. Oh, nice. Let's go. Chloe often saw my artwork in our class last semester. I saw plenty of her work as well. She's incredibly talented. Oh my gosh. She has this style, she plays the saxophone, and she's an artist. Oh my gosh, she does everything. You ever leave Katlenberg? Hey, look, somehow I think I even said in the last stream that Katlenberg sounded German, and I didn't put together that it was in Germany. Let's go. To get more inspiration. On occasion, but not often, especially while the semester is in session. You don't take the coach and leave the city during a respite? A respite is a 2-day period occurring on days ending in 4, 5, 9, or 0. During a respite, people often rest rather than work. So it's sort of like a new format for the weekend. Okay. Perhaps I could, but I usually have that time to study and be with friends and family. She doesn't follow up her question with anything else. But it does give me an idea. Do you like going out into nature, hiking and camping and such? I'm not very fond of camping, but I like hiking. Getting away from it all, out of the city, it feels good. Then let's go. Huh? Let's go. Let's take a day and leave the city. She seems more shocked than I would have expected. Oh, well, no offense to your friends, but I'm not really a people person. And then Rio's gonna be like, oh, I didn't mean them, I just meant me and you. Let's just make it the two of us then. What? Wouldn't you prefer to go with one of your other friends? Oh, well, I know Aspen and Mina usually aren't interested in things like camping and hiking. Hallie would enjoy it, but she's often busy during our respites. What about Jen? Well, yeah, Jen likes that sort of thing, but she might have practice. So I'm your backup plan? No, not at all. I want to go with you. I like to get to know you. I want us to be friends. Chloe looks away from me, appearing puzzled and lost in thought. She stares off into the trees for a moment before speaking again. I don't understand you. That's okay, but if we hung out more, I think you'd learn more about me. You'd eventually begin to understand me more, just like I'd begin to understand you more. There's a long pause after I conclude, but I wait patiently for her reply. I'm not fun to be around. I disagree. I'm enjoying this conversation a lot. That isn't for you to decide. You don't get to choose how people feel about you. Plus, I'm sure you're more fun than you believe. Jen said your performance at the Star and Cell was great. She said you seem passionate about the music you play. She said you're pretty. She also said you get to... You're saying... I love how much detail she's going into about this. These two are so going to kiss. No, for real. I think these two might be the two that I ship the most out of the crew right now. Because not only do I really like the, oh, I'm super happy and bubbly and I'm like the nicest person to everyone, and getting along with the, I'm dark and brooding and mysterious character. Like, I like that dynamic a lot. But I think they just have great banter. Like, the two of them have great chemistry together. No, which isn't saying that I want to specify, that's not saying the other characters don't. I just like theirs a lot, you know? She also said you seem to get along with your bandmates. She said that? Yeah. She seems startled, and then the peakness in her cheek comes back. After a moment, she takes a few slow, deep breaths and looks at me. Fine, let's hang out. But don't say I didn't warn you. Warning received. Chloe seems slightly irritated. I think she is at least somewhat happy that we'll be hanging out. If she wasn't, she definitely wouldn't have agreed to such an arrangement. I'm pleased that we'll actually get time to hang out with one another. You know, Jen also said you winked at her. Oh, did she? Does she think I was flirting with her? She wasn't sure. Were you? Do you like her? Well, I do think... You know, I do... Everyone's very open, and I appreciate that. Well, I do think she's hot. I dig her combative attitude. It's sexy. Oh, really? Chloe seems shaken after realizing what she said and in whose company she said it. Don't tell her what I said. Aw, but those are kind words. I'm sure she'd be happy to hear them. Chloe glares at me, her expression ominous and steadfast. Okay, I promise I won't say a word. LaMau. Chloe seems skeptical of my promise. How can I trust you? You told me the things Jen said about me, and she's a good friend of yours. Well, Jen didn't ask me not to tell you. More importantly, those are all positive things, are they not? Didn't you feel happy to hear them? Chloe, taken aback, remains still, looking down towards the grass. She says nothing. She seems to struggle with accepting compliments, and just maybe isn't willing to admit that Jen's words made her happy. You don't have to do that. What? It's okay to be happy when someone tells you that you performed well or that you're pretty. You are allowed to be happy to hear those things. Chloe's eyes turn away from me again. She appears unusually sheepish. She says nothing else and instead leans back on the tree with me. I wonder what's going through her head. And that does the inside out, like, zoom in thing. We remain at the tree for a few moments until the academy bells ring. As she stands, Chloe wipes the debris from her trousers. She takes out her phone and extends it towards me. Oh, of course. I comply, taking my phone from my pocket, and I extend it towards her. She double taps her phone against mine. Oh, wait, that's so cool. Wait, that's awesome. Like, I'm sure if that was in real life, so many people could use that for so many terrible things, like harassing people. But in the context of a story, and that I want it to be a real thing for everyone to use properly, that's so cool. The chime from our phones indicate the exchange of our contact information is a success. Chloe says her farewells and walks back towards the academy. I'm so happy that we scheduled time to hang out. I'm excited to spend more time with her. The afternoon, the 73rd of summer. Mina and I bump into each other at the academy. We decide to walk around and enjoy the cloudy day. It's been pretty hot lately, so taking advantage of a day like this to get some fresh air is nice. As we walk around, I'm reminded of my conversation several days ago with Rio and Jen. Rio mentioned that Mina is polyamorous, or at least might be. I've been wanting to ask her about it, but I'm not sure how to bring it up. Can I just ask? Should I mention it indirectly? So, Aspen, how have you been? How did your study session with Rio and Jen? Wait. How did your study session go with Rio and Jen? My mind completely skipped over the go. I wish I could have been there. I wish you could have too. But it went well. We managed to cover a lot of ground. I think Rio might actually be starting to get it. That's good. I'm glad it's sinking in for her. We also talked about some other stuff too. Oh, like what? Well, we talked about flirting. What? Really? Damn it. I wish I was there. Would you say you're a flirty person? Her eyes track on a hare running through the courtyard. She spends a moment thinking about my inquiry before answering. I don't think so. I mean, I can't have fun with it, I suppose. But if I like the person, I get nervous. I think I get too lost in my head, and that's what gets me fumbling and stuff, you know? It's all kind of weird. She giggles at herself. I'm sure she must feel at least a little embarrassed about being nervous. Yeah, I'm the same way. Is that all you talked about? Oh. Well, you came up in conversation. Smooth, get into it. Oh? Yeah, Rio mentioned you and Ian were in an open partnership, and she thinks you might be polyamorous. Is that true? Mina looks at me for a moment with a blank stare before looking ahead. Her expression doesn't change much as she thinks it over. Well, yes, Ian and I were in an open partnership. We decided to do that because we felt like we got into our partnership pretty quickly. We talked about it, and Ian mentioned he is the type of person who can be in love with more than one person at a time. I feel the same way. So she is poly after all. I wouldn't call myself polyamorous, though. If I had to use a label, I'd say ambiamorous. Though I think if a person wanted to be in a monogamous partnership with me, they'd have to understand how I experience love. As long as they can acknowledge who I am and not hold that against me, I think they'd be okay with me with being in a monogamous partnership. Ugh. Rio mentioned that Mina being ambiamorous was a possibility. I'm still not sure how to take it. However, at the moment, I choose to follow Rio's advice and focus more on my relationship with Mina. How about you, Aspen? I'm no longer afforded the freedom to ignore my anxiety about this. Being monogamous is probably an undesirable trait in Mina's eyes. But I can't lie to her, can I? Could I really be okay with knowing that Mina is capable of falling in love with someone else if we were together? Are you okay? Oh yes, I'm fine, I'm sorry. Just deep in thought. I'm monogamous, but it's hard to think about. I've never been in a situation where I've partnered with someone who isn't monogamous, so I'm not sure how I'd feel about it. I think I'm prone to jealousy, I guess. I think I'd have a hard time knowing my partner loves someone else. I get jealous too, Aspen. That feeling I have of not wanting to be left out, in a way. That's jealousy. I just like to be a part of things. Poly people can experience jealousy too, but that's something that they work through. Some people find polyamory stressful, chaotic, or unpredictable. I get why some people feel that way, you know? But for me, being in a polyamorous partnership includes acknowledging these stressors and fears. I mean, maybe it isn't for some people, and that's okay, much like everything else, but there is no one-size-fits-all partnership style. Yeah, that makes sense. Thanks, Mina. Of course. Did Ian ever get involved with someone else while you two were together? No, and neither did I. But to be fair, we weren't together for very long. Her voice is steady, but her tone sounds sad. It'd probably be best if I don't talk about Ian. Have you been in other polyamorous partnerships? Yeah, I was in one in secondary school. I never asked Mina about her past partnerships. She's probably experienced more than I am. How did it go? I was in a triad with my partners, Asra and Rayla. A triad is a partnership involving 3 people who are ardently involved with one another. I'm personally the kind to be okay to be part of a polycule, but just date one person there. I still want to give my full attention and love to one person, even if I had loved the others too, albeit platonically. What is a polycule? I've definitely heard that term before, I'm just not entirely sure what it means. Also, Asra is a cool name. We work so well together. Good communication, caring for one another, very intimate. Rayla eventually started seeing this boy named Leo, and I remember struggling with that at first. But she communicated with me and Asra about her situation with Leo. After we talked about it, it was okay. It was really sad when we had to part ways. Asra's Nana back in the Baltic Union got really sick. She moved back there with her parents to take care of her during her last days. Oh. Not long after the revolution, the European Union transitioned into the European Federation, EF for short. For short. Estonia, Latvia, and I know how to pronounce these, I promise. Lithuania formed, that was not how you pronounce that at all, actually, formed a Baltic Union in lieu of joining the EF despite being invited. Polycule is just poly relationship, basically. Oh, okay. That makes sense. That's kind of what I assumed it meant, but I was like, I want to make sure before I just go, yeah, Because if I don't actually understand something, I don't like to just nod and say yeah, you know? Unless it's about something like, I don't know, like, doesn't matter, I guess. But if it's something like that, I'm like, I should probably know what I'm talking about before I just go, And then Rayla and I graduated. I moved here with my family and left Rayla behind. I really miss them both. I occasionally talk to Rayla, but not often. We've just grown apart. Not being physically near one another really shook up our relationship. I haven't heard from Asra since she moved. That is the way of things, I guess. Or at least, that's what I tell myself. I feel like I've been seeing Mina sad often lately. When she talks about her past partnerships, she seems to become melancholy. I'm sorry to hear that, Mina. It sounds like you really cared about them. Very much so, yes. But that's been almost 2 years now. There was a period of grieving, and I've processed that grief over time. Honestly, meeting you four so quickly after moving here really helped me deal with the transition to Kettenlenburg. I'm so happy to have met you all. I'm glad too, Mina. How about you? Have you had partnerships before? Well, I partnered with a girl in secondary school, but it didn't last long. Her name was Emma. I really struggled with it. I wanted to be with her, but our partnership got in the way of my studies. When it started impacting my marks at school, my parents noticed. I had a hard time admitting that my partnership affected my studies. I wanted so badly to be with Emma and do well in school. I couldn't do both. Dang, I'm sorry to hear that, Aspen. It's okay. It's far behind me at this point. I haven't seen Emma in years. I know Mina said she's ambiamorous, but I still feel like I want to ask her more directly about it. It seems like all your partnerships have been polyamorous. Would you really consider dating monogamously? Yeah, I would. Like I said, as long as they'd accept me for who I am, I'd be okay with dating them. It wouldn't be ideal, though. Well, I guess it just depends. It's complicated. But yes, to answer your question, I would date monogamously. Well, at least that's good news. You're asking a lot of questions. Have you been thinking about ardent stuff lately? Do you have a crush on someone? No shit. Well, I believe I've been thinking about this sort of stuff more because it has been coming up in conversation lately. I guess that's why it's been on my mind. So, do you have a crush on anyone? I guess I'm not dodging this one. Not really. Oh? She doesn't seem to believe me. Serendipity strikes. My alarm goes off reminding me that my next class is starting soon. Oh, sorry, Mina. I have to get to my next class. I'll talk to you later. Mina gives me a suspicious look. Fine. We approach one another for a goodbye hug before I set off. It's nice to avoid the question for now. I have a feeling it will come up again soon. What am I going to say the next time she asks? Took me a lot of thinking to reach that conclusion, but I'm not the jealous kind. I just want my potential partner to be happy in whatever way they are at their happiest. I can share as long as I'm not shoved to the side completely. I still have self-respect, lol. No, and that's fair. I think that's a good way to put that mindset about them being like happiest, however that is, as long as they're like still like, you know, loving and respecting and not just like disregarding you. So I think that's a fair way to put it. Because having self-respect in any kind of relationship, like having respect for yourself and boundaries and expectations that you need met is just healthy for any relationship for you to actually be happy in. Like, you know, it's not unreasonable in any way. But I think with data, yes, save. We made some good progress today. We got through the first act, and we made it through a good chunk of Act 2. We made some good progress today. But I do think that being said, we are going to end it here. It is going to be pretty late for me, and I'm a sleepy boy. So we'll be back in, I was going to say next week to do this. Again, for this one, it's either going to be Tuesday or Thursday. I'm gonna start making promises because I'm bad at keeping the promises of the schedule. Even though I showed, I made the schedule, I just didn't post it because I wasn't sure I'd actually be able to do those specific dates and times. But I will work on getting that up sooner and all that good jazz. But again, with like everything that's happening next week, this would probably, just because it is earlier in the schedule, it's not Wednesday or Thursday, you know, and everything's happening on Monday. This would probably be the one that does get pushed back. I'm so sorry, Mike. I don't mean to punch you, but I do so often. So if we do need to push it back, it will be pushed to Sunday, just so everyone knows. And if we do it on Sunday, we'll also be doing it at an earlier time, just because I know these streams are really late for me, and I know they're really late for a lot of other people. So whenever we do stream on the weekends, it will be at an earlier time. So, which that'll be nice. I really dig the vibe. No, I think the vibe of this game is really, I don't know, it's just relaxing, you know? Like, there's like nothing that's like, oh, I'm so stressed about this. It's just kind of like a chill. I think the music and like the nice art like really adds to this. Like, again, that's the aesthetics and the vibe of this game just remind me of like early summer, back when summer meant something, if that makes sense. We talked about it more in the last one, but like, hopefully that still makes sense. But thanks, Darkno. Thank you so much, Social. Thank you for being here. Thank you for letting me play this game. It's been incredible. And thank you so much for everyone who's been out here tonight. It's been a fun time. All the tangents that we've done, all the getting through the game that we've done, it's been a pretty great time for me too. So I'll see you tomorrow with, if you're obviously able to show up, for more Women Wednesday. We'll be back with it since we missed last week, getting into more Twofold, which I'm very excited to do. So with all that being said, I'll see all you beautiful people in the next one. Sleep well. Yes, everyone sleep well. Again, it is very late, so I hope everyone has a great rest of your night and sleeps well. But with that being said, I'll see all you beautiful people in the next time. Bye-bye!